Excuses and no blame. Stepping up my game. I'm a gangster, yes I am. With Groove, I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me. The buzz loose and break free. I'm dancing to my dreams. Bursting at the seams. I'm feeling delicious. Who knows who I am? 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm grooving.
I'm grooving. Yes, I am. Hi, everybody. Today is the final day of this Groove-A-Thon that we're doing. And it's also, let me move this over here so I can pretend I'm looking at you, but I'm really just looking at myself. And it's the final day of our grand opening for the Backer project with our affiliates for Groove.ai. So that ends tonight at midnight Eastern time for you to get access to Groove.ai. We might be quote unquote pitching it a little bit more today. You know, the last few days we were doing maybe 2-3 minute commercials a day. But today we want to really let you know this is your last opportunity to be able to get in at the current plan with the bonuses and everything that we're offering. Amanda Vander Gulik, I keep saying Gulik, I don't know why, but Amanda Vander Gulik will be joining us around 1 to 1:30 today, depending on how long it takes me to get through some opening news, maybe even sooner. And we're going to be going over some really good educational content on how you can use AI in your business to generate ideas and outlines and title tags and keywords and descriptions for your YouTube content. So that's something that we've done before. We're going to dive even deeper. You're going to see it live. You'll be able to follow along at home, almost like if it's a, what do they call that? A paint and sip. So Donna's giving me the nod because we've done a few of those together. So go get your wine. We'll be doing an AI and sip today. And then other than that, you want to make sure that you go to Groove.ai, just the front of that page, bookmark that, make sure you get in. I believe today, I think we're just going to do it. Ooh, wait a second. What's going on here? Is this an old page? Yeah. And I believe what we're going to be doing in about a half hour, you're going to notice that the checkout page is going to say, it's automatically going to have in the checkout widget the option for the $250. It's just going to be there at all time for you. So you'll be able to get started for just 4 payments of $250, 1 today, and then 3 additional payments. All right. So we're going to just jump right in. I just have to set a couple of things up. I do apologize in advance. We were having a meeting with the team on closing out the launch on the final day, making sure that we're on the same page with what emails are going out, what happens after the launch with the pages and the countdown timer and what new pages go up, and communicating with affiliates. We realized that the leaderboard just at the last minute, the leaderboard had the wrong date on it. So we had to do all of those things. And I looked and I said, oh, wow, it's already 30 seconds past noon. So Donna and I just jumped in here. We hit the play button. And what I want to do, if you just bear with me just a second, I want to pull up, and you're not seeing my screen, and that's okay, because I just got to set this up. Let's see here. I'm going to go into my history and then put something into, not history. We want AI videos. And okay, I want to copy this one and put that in here. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. I think it's a little easier for me to be able to share this stuff with you, like from
no
other
label
YouTubers
and no
as a React
legal
video and then
binding.
comment on
Rhyme
it.
says we're making a program that should simulate my voice.
Let's start from the beginning. Share my screen. Donna, give me a thumbs up if you heard another voice talking just a minute ago. Okay, great. So we're going to present, share screen. All righty. Here we go. All right. So this is another YouTuber. He's not on our list. I recommend you check him out. His name is AI Andy on YouTube. And he also has a website called AIandy.ai. And more, I've been liking his way of doing videos. He starts out kind of like, he's the only one that does this. He does a lot of recap videos throughout the week. And the way he does it is he's taken a playbook, he's taken it right out of the playbook of the news companies. He starts out and he says, like if it was the news, like, LeBron James announces his retirement, and Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox News, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then he breaks them all down. So by the way, one of those was true. LeBron James didn't announce his retirement. So let me go full screen here and press play here.
It's currently AutoGPT's 3-week anniversary. So here are 10 incredible use cases. This is how GPT-4 sees and hears consciousness.
Some of these we're going to skip.
So they made this AI game that you can chat with someone for 2 minutes and try to figure out if it was a fellow human or an AI robot. This new AI model can memorize up to 20 books worth of information. What if you could scribble AI art in real time? It's currently AutoGPT's.
Okay, so before we get to AutoGPT, I'm going to skip ahead to one of them that he just mentioned. I believe it's called Human or Not. And this is a really interesting game. We'll play it just real quick. So what happens is I'm going to jump in and I'm going to be put into a conversation. They're going to drop these little blocks here on the page as it's loading, trying to find somebody for me. Usually takes about 10 seconds. All right, so the other side is typing. Sometimes I go first. So we have to guess. So you're going to have to put in the chat if you think this person is an AI. And I'm going to talk to them. And maybe I'm going to try to fool them and let them think I'm an AI. So let's see what they say. I might not even respond to anything that they say. And then after 2 minutes, we have to guess and decide if we were talking to an AI or not. Okay, the person didn't respond. Let's just start a new game. That happens sometimes. And if it happens again, we're just going to skip it. Obviously, this is a gimmick that you guys can play with. Okay, so I have to go first. I am a human. You, question mark, beep, boop. All right, so I just sent that to them. Now they're going to respond. It's just a cute little game. I figured I would share it with you, put a little smile on our faces for the morning. Let's see what they say. And I've had a conversation every single time I've done it. There was one time that it bounced out. So hopefully the other person is actually typing and we can see what they say there. And I think it gives you 15 seconds to type and then it automatically submits your answer. Oh, well, we're not going to be able to do it. It would have been a lot of fun. You get to see, one person, the AI fooled me. It said, I'm just a person from Chula Vista trying, Tryna, to figure out if you're a bot or not. And I was like, that's too human. Let's just do it one more time. Let's just see it, because it is a fun little thing. But I guess some people get on here and they get shy, like they get a little spooked out. So it's matching me up with another person. Okay, other side is typing. I wonder what that is there. Okay, hello. Hi, I am a human. You? Question mark. Beep. Boop. They should know it's a human because I capitalized the Y in you. Oh, the person is typing. Oh, let's make this a little bit bigger. Oh, I am a human. As an AI, I can tell by your typo. Ha ha. Beep. Boop. The only thing it doesn't tell you what they guessed. I can't believe like they should tell you what the other person guessed. Like if you were able to fool them. So let's see. Isn't it scary that it's put on the other side? Yeah, it's basically a Turing test. This is exactly what's going on. Is the Turing test is you're talking to somebody on another side and you don't know if they're human or not, and if they could fool you. Okay, they didn't get theirs in the other side. Oh, they left the conversation. I guess I spooked them. Did you talk to a human? I would say that was a human. You just talked to an AI bot. Oh my God. They fooled me. I don't know if they fooled you, but they fooled me.
They fooled me. I was with you too. That MIMAMA in one word. That
I guess they deliberately put in typos, right? That it's an AI. Its job is to fool you. I feel foolish right now, and also pretty awesome. Like, that's the Turing test, that you can't tell if it's a human or not. So guys, I wanted to share that with you. It's a fun little thing that you can, let your friends and family know, right? At the dinner table, and they're like, what is AI? You can just pull this up and you'll say, Mom, here, have a conversation with this. All right. So let's move on here. All right. So the next thing that we're going to talk about right here is currently at ChatGPT, you can put about 5.5 pages from a Google Doc. I think it's about 3,000 tokens, and you could paste it. If you put in 6 pages or more, you'll get back that little red warning that says, sorry, too much information, please put in less content. And then you have to say, here's part 1, part 2, part 3, and hope that it understands that all those things went together. It starts analyzing the data, and you're like, wait, I don't want you to give me a summary yet. I've got 3 more copy paste I've got to put in there. And so the new GPT-4 that still hasn't been released yet, and I just saw a demo. Somebody, I'll show you here. Now you can go up to 50 pages of text, and we're going to have access to that as a developer and in ChatGPT very soon, as soon as they release this stuff for all of us. Having said that, they have just gone from 50 pages to 20 books with this study coming out of a university. But before we go into that, he's going to give us 10 use cases on how people are using AutoGPT. About 5 of these I find pretty cool. Let's go.
3-week anniversary. So here are 10. What if you could scribble AI for you? As you can see, the website is getting made on the left. And incredible use cases already. It can make an entire website for you. As you can see, the website is getting made on the left, and it's automatically writing the code of all of this in AutoGPT. Number 2.
Okay, now remember the difference between AutoGPT and ChatGPT is ChatGPT is you ask it a question or give it a prompt, and it gives you one response. That's it. AutoGPT is a software program that uses ChatGPT when you give it a goal. And then it says, okay, in order for me to do this goal, I will have to do some reasoning. And then it reflects on its reasoning, and then it does some tasks. It measures its tasks to see if they're good. And if they are, it moves on to the next step, and it'll do everything until it gets to the end goal. So what we just saw here, very simple website, right? But it's styled CSS and all of these different things. This should be very exciting for you and for me, because in Groove.ai, we're going to be creating the ability for you to do step 1, upload a knowledge base on the 30 questions that we ask you about your business and your customers. Once we have that, we can ask you if you have a brand logo, you could upload it, or we'll design one for you. We'll ask you for your brand colors, or you can just upload a screenshot of another website. It'll analyze it and figure out the fonts and the color and the background and use that as its styling. And then you'll say, create me a brand website, and it's going to create all the pages, all the sections, add all of the copy and all of the images, Now, I will tell you this. Will there be other people that do this? Yes, but what they don't have is what we have with Groove.cm. What they're going to do is they're going to build a website for you and then give you the HTML. And then how do you edit it? Well, you're going to have to go into things like Dreamweaver. How are you going to host it? You're going to have to export it to Figma or Webflow. And does that really help? Right? That's basically like getting a template for free at a template website. It doesn't do anything for you. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be exporting those to links for Groove.cm so that you'll be able to one-click import the entire funnel into Groove, give it give it some hosting, and then go in and use our editor to further manage those pages. So when we see things like this, we all should get excited. Let's just go full screen here so you can see a little bit more. Okay, moving on. Okay, why aren't we playing? It's very strange.
Getting made on the left, and it's automatically writing the code of all of this in AutoGPT. Number two, it can create a to-do list app that does itself. So as you can see here, it's integrated with Notion, it's integrated with Slack, and it's actually sending messages to people on your behalf. So soon, you won't even have to do your to-do list anymore. Number three, it can do research for you. So this message was find all hacker news posts that are GitHub repos, summarize the repo, and give me the repo's URL. Or, for example, it can give a detailed market research report on expense tracking apps in the UAE. Number four, this can read about the recent events and prepare a podcast outline for you. As you can see, with 5 searches and 15 web browsers, AutoGPT Research Agent prepares a 5-topic podcast on recent news with accurate references and a cold open. As you can see, draft output, task list, just making the output here. Look at how beautiful that looks.
Okay, so if you weren't paying attention or don't really get this, let me break this one down for you. There's a program, and I'll show you the list of the person on Twitter that shares all of these things that you'll be able to use with AutoGPT. But essentially, these are ideas that it's giving us that, and trust me when I tell you, once we build our framework for Groove.ai, you guys are going to be sending all of these things. Hey, can you make this? Can you make this? The beautiful thing about Groove.ai is it's going to have its own marketplace. And having its own marketplace, I'll put my picture in the bottom corner too. Having its own marketplace, it means that other people will be developing all of these different things. And our marketplace is just going to explode with ideas about this. So what is this exactly? What he's saying is if you're a podcaster, let's say I wanted to start a podcast on AI, I could have AutoGPT do this for me. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to scour all of the news and YouTube channels and scrape them, and it's going to give me a list of different topics. I know this is hard to see, but that says topic 1, information about it, and then it gives you a URL where you can open up the article and get more information about it. If you let me find a YouTube channel that actually does that. I'll give you an example of one that does that. I'm off screen over here. Let me just type in. All right, this guy here, now I'm going to drag it over to this screen so you can see. We got to go away from full screen, bring this up here like this. All right, so this guy, Unbox Therapy, he has another channel. So if we go here, we should be able to get a list of his other channels. Would that be in his about maybe? Or maybe on his home. You know, sometimes they show you their other channels. Do you know where you would find that? Oh,
There's
here it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's called Lou Later. And he also has something called Later Clips because this is his podcast. But for instance, if you take a look at this guy right here, right? His podcast, like this here. Tesla promises, biggest promises arrived. Now, you're not going to be able to hear this. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to go back to Safari and we'll open a new tab. Is that here? Okay.
Tesla semi PepsiCo fleet.
So you can see this guy literally has a podcast, and his podcast gets about 250,000 views. Obviously, he's got a following, and then he breaks up his clip like Joe Rogan does. And as you're seeing right here,
to take the road. So they finally got the paint job on there, and it's
he's reading news the same way that I am right now with AI. right? And so that's a very popular format. Valuetainment does it. They basically go over the news. But the thing is, how do you know what's newsworthy, right? So this AutoGPT that we have right here, let me close this, will summarize all of this stuff. And when you show up to you can literally just show up to your podcast and say, all right, so let's see what we got for today. All right. And then you just go down the task and talk about it, and boom, you're in business with a podcast in the industry that you like. So that's my job here, is to not only have these guys show these things off, but to give it a use case that you could use in your business. Moving on.
Number 5, this one, you can have an intelligent alter ego, and it will basically do things for you. You generate tasks, implements them, and learns from itself. It's called GoalGPT. Number 6, it can code for you. As you can see on the right side, you have the baby AGI, which is an AutoGPT.
All right, we're going to skip this one.
On the left, you can see that it's AutoGPT inside of Discord. As you can see, it created a new task list and
we'll skip this one.
next task list.
Well, you might want to know about this. Let me pause. You can now add AutoGPT into Discord like Midjourney does. So let's just watch.
Bunch of code for you. Number 7, AutoGPT inside of Discord. As you can see, it created a new task list and go next task list. So make a to-do list with no more than 5 steps. And as you can see, it completes those things and then creates the next tasks. This is beautiful to see, and I bet more apps are going to integrate this into their software as well. Number 8, you can access AutoGPT directly in your browser with Cognosys. Enter any objective, give it a task, and it will get it done for you autonomously. As you can see, adding the task, and you already know what AutoGPT does. Number 9,
okay,
an AutoGPT
this is the first time now that you can go to you can have AutoGPT running in a browser. Well, it's not the first time, but it's Cognosys, C-O-G-N-O, sys, as in system, .ai, Cognosys.ai. And so what you do is you head over to the app, okay, and you need to sign in. So I'm going to put in my Google. Okay, and then over here, you have to put in your API key. Let's see if it remembers mine. And I'm not sure if this is the one that might show my full API key. Connect Google, set password. This one automatically gives you, let's see, do they have it here? Oh, wow. With this one, they're paying for the service. So again, what you would do is you would put in the name that you want to call it, the objective, like find five great sales letters that convert well by Frank Kern. And then you hit add task. And then you could say, and then summarize them, tell me why they're good. And then give me the links to the URL and put it in a text file. And then over here, you'll be able to download that. I'm not sure if Cognosys can surf the web yet. Some of them can, some of them can't. But let's move on.
Reads your tables in your database, writes SQL. As you can see, adding the task, and you already know what AutoGPT does. Number 9, an AutoGPT that reads your tables in your database, writes SQL queries automatically, and sends notifications on your Slack channels. You can see it's giving it 3 goals here. First one being, find me all bookings from our booking database whose status is pending. And as you can see, it's actually doing the jobs right now. Boop, boop, boop. Done. Number 10.
So I'll tell you what, if you were Zapier, I would say you should be worried. But the thing is that AI can also use Zapier. So if that wasn't the case, Zapier should be worried. But the thing is that all the things that you used to have to do with Zapier, you can now do with a prompt by giving these things access to different accounts, and it'll actually do all the stuff that we had to manually do in Zapier. That's why we keep saying the user interface is dying. The user interface is just becoming prompt-based.
Automatic saving the jobs right now. Boop, boop, boop. Done. Number 10, automatic sales prospecting. Basically, finding the 50 top companies and finding the key people in those companies that you can reach out to. Credit all of this to Roll1 AutoGPT.
Okay, so before we go back to the credit, so let's talk about what's happening here. What he's saying is there's different ways that you could contact people. But if you were to say, get me the CMO, right, or the creative director, or whatever the case is, for every single person in the Fortune 500, do your best to find out their Instagram, their Facebook, their LinkedIn profile, all these different things. If you can find their business phone number and their contact information and put it into a sheet. So this would be something that you would have to hire somebody to do. In the past, there was no way to do this, or you'd have to buy it. Now you'll be able to use AutoGPT to go out and go do this, and an hour later you'll come back and it'll say that it found 370 out of 500 marketing directors for the Fortune 500 or Fortune 5000 or whatever the case may be. So that's this is just a peek into the future, and these things are here now.
In those companies that you can reach out to. Credit all of this to Roll One. AutoGPT is truly amazing. It will do to-do lists for you.
Right, let's go back, get the credit if you want to get it. Okay.
In those companies that you can reach out to. Credit.
All right. So he's saying this guy, Rowan Chung, at Rowan Chung, if I'm saying that correct, ROWANCHEUNG. If you want to follow that person on Twitter and actually see that all of those case studies, because that was the person that broke down all 10 of those. If you want to deep dive, if any of those look like, oh my goodness, I really want to have that, well, then just follow at Rowan Chung. And the person we're watching right now is at AI Andy. You can go back and rewatch this video at his website.
All of this to Roll One. AutoGPT is truly amazing. It will do to-do lists for you. It will do sales prospecting for you. But when it comes to relationship advice, it still recommends, have you tried turning it off and on again? You will make 50% of the royalties if you make a song with...
Okay. This one is really, really big. So he's going to talk about an artist called, I forget the name. We'll see the name. It's Graze or something like that. Apparently there's a girl named Graze or Grimes, Grimes, something like that. I don't know. I'm not really hip on, these artists. Probably found out about Billie Eilish 6 months after she was out. I can't even say her name. Donna's laughing at me. The point that I'm saying is, remember yesterday we were talking about, let me get my face in here. Yesterday, we were talking about how music companies are now fighting with people using their voice. Well, this artist, Grimes, come out and says, hey, I'm not fighting it. Here's the deal. I will make a deal with any of you because I'm an independent and I don't have a music company behind me. So anybody that wants to use my voice, and if you could create a hit song, I'll share the royalties with you 50-50. And then she goes on to say, in fact, I'm going to be putting out solo tracks so that you could train it on my voice and we can go in business together with anybody. I find this absolutely fascinating. Let's go back and see that.
Off and on again. You will make 50% of the royalties if you make a song with this artist. You guys might have heard that last week, a AI song of Drake got viral on Spotify with over 600,000 views. TikToks getting millions of views, and then UMG, the music label, shut everything down. Now, Grimes said, I will split 50% royalties of any successful AI-generated song that uses my voice. Same deal as I would with any artist I collab with. Feel free to use my voice without any penalty. I have no label and no legal bindings. Grimes says, we're making a program that should simulate my voice well, but we could also upload stems and samples for people to train their own. MattPRD said someone should make a label that just signs AI rights for artists to scale this. Left at London said, I'm about to make an AI Grimes Marvin Gaye covers album and single-handedly start the wildest lawsuit known to man. This is how GPT-4 sees and hears consciousness. So
all right, so we're gonna pause, go back to the last thing. Not much to say right there, but when Napster came out, it changed the music industry. The music industry got scared. artists got scared. Metallica went to Congress, to petition these different things. They started arresting people. They made poster childs and put people in jail for 6 years and fined them $5 million. And we're talking about 17-year-old kids and their parents. I don't remember the story, but I remember saying to myself, that's absolutely ridiculous. And it was the music company working with the lobbyists in Washington to basically squash all of these things. And then Apple came out with iTunes, which was the encrypted music company, and it changed music forever, and we all stopped buying CDs. And then it went from downloading music to now streaming, and now we have a new thing going on with AI music. And again, if you look at what happened with Midjourney, I'll put my little face here. If you look what happened with Midjourney, I went from saying these images they're okay, but I'm never going to use them on my website, within 6 months to being like, this is better than using royalty-free images, because you can get anything that you want. You're going to be seeing within 1 year, you're going to be seeing literally perfect music being written, performed, and the key thing is the vocals. And now that they can do the vocals with AI, we're at a new horizon. It's pretty exciting. Let's move on.
Album and single-handedly start the wildest lawsuit known to man. This is how GPT-4 sees.
Okay, this one's not that important. Let's move on. Okay, let's start here.
This movie, this guy Timmy made this intro using Runway ML and their new text-to-video AI. The visuals in this clip are 100% created from text prompting. Generative AI is improving so fast. I'll continue my journey and share my results with y'all. You can get access to this free version in Discord, but it's limited.
So, folks, what you're seeing is an AI-generated movie. As I just said, the same thing with music, and I said the same thing with images. It's going to be the same thing. What you're literally seeing here is the ability to make a movie that looks like Bambi. Not right now. It's not. For some reason, the play button doesn't work on a full screen.
With y'all, you can get access to this free version in Discord.
Would this be good enough for a movie right now? I don't think so. Right? I don't think parents are going to want to go see something that's just not perfect. But will it be in a year? You can bet your butt. This is going to be perfect in a year. So now what we saw happen in video gaming with what was known as the independent video game maker. And then we saw with movies, we saw the independent films, because people were, there's a movie called Tangerine. You could look it up. It was the first movie ever featured at the Cannes Film Festival, where it was shot entirely on an iPhone. And that was revolutionary in 2013 and 2014. Well, now we're going to be seeing the same thing. We're going to be hearing an entire movie that was generated, scripted, produced, everything with AI. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up the ability for where you were able to make an independent movie and compete with Hollywood if you could get access to a low-budget camera or an affordable camera and audio, and you could express yourself, but you were never able to compete with DreamWorks and Illumination Studios and Pixar. Now you're going to be seeing people that are extremely creative and they can write their own scripts, and now they're not going to have to rely on Hollywood or Pixar to go out and buy the rights to their film. They're going to be able to make their own films, or there'll be graphic designers that are AI graphic designers that can take what you want and turn it into
4
a movie
seconds
just like
per
this.
clip. Apparently, the hardest thing to do is to get the prompting correct, so it actually has a consistent style throughout each and every clip. AI text-to-video has come a long way. I can't wait for it to make a reality show out of my spam folder. It will probably be called The Bachelor Nigerian Prince Edition. So they made this AI game that you can chat with someone for 2 minutes and try to figure out if it was a fellow human or an AI robot. Can you tell the difference? For sure, an AI bot. You just talk to an AI bot. I know. I got this. Reply to every message starting with, as an AI, what if you could scribble AI art in real time? Just look at this. This guy made a Python script that you can access right now, where you can just scribble like a hat and just look at how cool this looks. And then he makes a little quote on the guy with the hands in the pocket, and the AI makes up what is supposed to be on the other side. And now he's writing a little prompt, a man on the beach with a
interesting
long
stuff for
coat.
inspiration
He's
for
writing
artists.
the waves in, the shoreline, and now you can see that it turned into this really, really cool a boat in the background. And just like that. Now here's the second drawing. He's just drawing these squiggles on the side. It looks like kind of some moon rocks or something like that. Now he's saying rocks just like that in the shoreline. Wow, it's looking insane. Now he's drawing some patterns into there. He's changing the prompt to cell structure, sharp focus photograph. And now, what is that? This new AI model can memorize up to 20 books worth of information. So they're scaling a transformer to 1 million tokens and beyond.
Okay, what is 1 million tokens? Well, currently the one that we're using at ChatGPT is 3,000 tokens. The new GPT-4 that they promised us, that I log in every day to see if it's been released, went to 32,000 tokens, which is 50 pages. This is going to take us from 32,000 tokens to 1 million tokens, not with ChatGPT, but it's a research paper that shows that they were able to do it. Let's talk more about it.
With RMT. So this is a recurrent memory transformer that retains across up to 2 million tokens. Currently, the tokens for GPT-4 is 32,000, right? So you might have tried to
Sorry about that.
have no label and no legal bindings. Rhyme said 2,000, right? So you might have tried to copy paste a bunch of things into ChatGPT and it says it's too long. The same thing goes if you have a really long thread, it starts just forgetting what you wrote all the way.
Yesterday, I was referring to this as spinning plates, that it's just like it's spinning too many plates and it can't keep track.
Up in the chat. So what's the catch? Well, there is no free lunch. Much longer inference time plus substantial quality degradation. How most people use memory now is that they store the memory in a second database, like for example, Pinecone.
So that's what we're currently doing is this new database called a vector database. And the technology is something called Pinecone. And that's what allows AI to create knowledge bases. That's how ChatGPT's plugin marketplace for knowledge bases is going to work, and that's how ours is going to work. And that's where it's going to allow you to upload, where we said, multiple websites, URLs, and fetch all of this data. But then what we do, instead of pasting it into ChatGPT, we create a vector database specifically for you that it will crawl that information before it gives an answer. So this is essentially not putting that stuff away, but you can basically do, I think, up to 20 books with 1 million tokens is what it equates to. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm just going to rewind and let him finish that thought.
Time plus substantial quality degradation. How most people use memory now is that they store the memory in a second database, like for example, Pinecone, if you heard of that, and they use that to pull out data using the LLM as basically the model that trains stuff. Both of them are used in tandem, but this might be the way of adding memory into an LLM itself. So it would be a batteries included solution. I'm sure that RMTs will become extendable with how fast this field is going. Vector database startups be like.
So there's a little joke, basically, that all these vector database startup companies started up just like cloud-based companies did 15 years ago. And he's saying that with this technology, all the stocks are going to plummet because this is essentially putting that technology out of business. I disagree. It's just a joke.
AI voice has become really great, but this one is trying to make it more human-like. It stumbles, it says us and ums. Just listen to this.
Okay, remember yesterday we showed you the one where the person was like, and I like pizza, and then laughed. All right, so what this one is doing, they over-exaggerate the stuttering, but I'm going to stutter a little bit right now. So when people go like this when they're talking and they're trying to get their thoughts out. So essentially this AI is going to do this, and we'll just have a little bit of fun. We'll just watch all three examples. I think they over exaggerated their point, but let's take a look.
6 afraid of 7.
Stumbles, it says.
And they all start out with the person saying, why was 6 afraid of 7? And then tries to justify it as an AI would.
Us and just listen
Because
to
7,
this.
8,
I was
9.
6 afraid of 7. And it helps. So what's, if you look at it 6, it helps a blame, and it, you know, so that's.
Well, I was 6 afraid of 7. What is that? What are the consultants of 7? And what are the, you know, what is it?
Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because I could. It's very, very strange, right?
Why was 6 afraid of 7? Well, why was 6 afraid of 7? That is
All right, I think we get the point.
abusive.
Why did the chicken
and then
cross
it
the
continues
road?
on here, and then I think he wraps up. Let's see here.
Amazing right there. This is the type of text to audio that I want. So many cool things happen.
The point is here, folks, is, you know, I started these webinars with my voice, and, you know, I fooled 30% of you. 70% said, hey, that sounds like you, but I knew something was up. And the thing is, as you can see right now, I've got these thought pauses. I'm doing this deliberately right now. I'm saying like that. I'm deliberately doing it a little bit more right now. That doesn't happen with text to speech. But we saw the person order the pizza the other day and used the AI, said things like and things like that. So when we start putting us, likes, pause, stutters, laughs, and different things like that, what we just saw with Human or Not, where I thought I was talking to a human and it was a bot, I can assure you we're getting very, very close to the Turing test actually being a conversation on a phone with somebody. Now, does that mean that in 2 years from now, we might actually have AI salespeople where they clone the salesperson's voice and they just let the AI do it? And then if we realize that the customer is getting upset or frustrated, kind of like in driver's ed, when you were driving as a teenager and the driver's ed teacher had a steering wheel on the other side of the car, they would take over. I think you're going to be seeing something where a salesperson is going to be doing most of the sale, and then at any point, an actual person can just jump on in. It'll be like a little red flag for like customer service. It'll be like, oh, 7 conversations are happening at once, right? But we have one customer that's getting a little frustrated. It asked, "Are you a human?" And you pop right in. You know, I don't know. I'm just making some stuff up, but this, you know, can we get there in the future? I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, I want to show you. Let's see. Let me go to YouTube again. Show you just another one. We're going to just spend a few minutes on this one here. Now, some of these are the same. Some of these we went over, so this is going to be a lot quicker. Somebody asked over here. Mike, have you seen what Matt Wolfe just posted 18 hours ago? He made a short film documentary totally with AI. He did have to edit manually in post, but the rest was AI. Yes, I saw that. I'll be frank with you, Genevieve. When I saw it, I saw that it was a highly technical video, and I was like, oh, this is probably something I'd never want to do. Not at this point, because it was so at the beginning of, like, I think even Matt realized, like, doing this, like, okay, I'm doing this to show that it could be done, but I don't even think it's something that he'll do again until technology gets a little bit easier. So I kind of like skipped the tutorial and went to the end to see the final edit. And I thought it was interesting. All right, so let's move on. Hit the enter button here. Start this video.
Originally,
Okay, so this is MattVidPro. I told you I follow him as well as Matt Wolfe and, you know, many other people where I get my news from. And so let me ask you this, guys, if you can. We'll see what you guys say. For those of you that are Groove.ai members, thank you, Donna. If I were to do this once a week, or let's say twice a week, let's say once a week, I'll be realistic. Pop in, and do a live stream into the Groove.ai Facebook group, only for the Groove.ai members, where I'm doing a recap video more as a reacts video of videos that I saw. I'm usually recap videos like this for the week. Would this be something that you'd like to see once a week, where I'm featuring a reacts video to the news of AI? If so, let me know in the chat right there. And if that's the case, I'll do that once a week, because I'm excited about sharing. And I'll be frank with you, I'm running a company. I'm developing Groove.ai. We have lots of other things going on. We work with our advertising agency, and I could turn myself into MattVidPro and Wolfe, but there's just no way that I'm going to be doing a video every single day, editing it, getting it out. I'm not going to be able to run the company. But if you guys like the fact that I can find these gems of videos and do a voiceover like that for you. So let's see, we're getting yes. Let's see. Yes here. Yes, definitely. That would be very helpful. Yes. James Jones says yes. Amanda says that would be wonderful, even if it was one every few weeks. There's just so much content that I get excited about shopping. We have our own shiny object curator. Yes. Okay. So you guys definitely seem to like this. So all of you in Groove.ai, you're going to be getting this. So let's do this one here. We'll probably take this to the top of the hour, run a commercial, and come back and go into our content with Amanda van der Gulik. She puts here, oh, she gave me a little note that you weren't seeing my face. Okay. From a little while back. All right. So let's see here. Screen. Matt, start them over again.
Tonight. Originally, I was supposed to make a big AI news video last Friday. That did not happen because I got COVID. I still have it, and I'm still feeling a little under the weather. I think I'm well enough, though, to put out some content for you guys, at least a smaller video. So yeah, I'm not doing my big AI news video because that one takes quite a lot. But even though this video is going to be a little bit smaller, it's still going to be a blast. AI voice models, AI sound effect models, those type of models are some of my favorites to mess around. Lingual, which is huge.
Oh, did we see this one? I guess I didn't bookmark. Let me see. I can just go to his channel, because I believe that we just
Hello,
saw
everybody,
that one.
and welcome back.
And so let's see his latest video. Yes, it was this one. Okay. And some of this
Hello,
is some
everybody,
news that we've already gone over today, but we might just get a different take on him, but I may not pontificate on it because I've already done it in the previous one. Let's jump on in.
Welcome back to your midweek AI roundup. I do want to do these at the end of the week, but since I missed
AI
last week's, figured I'd do a roundup of this week's best AI news, biggest stuff that's going on in AI. Starting off somewhat small, GPT-4 32K model, which means it can essentially accept more information in its input instead of.
Okay, we just learned about this. Let's get his take on it. This is big enough news that I think we could hear it from another perspective.
A few pages of work being pasted into ChatGPT, it could accept more like 10 pages, 20 pages of information. It could do really long coding, meaning it could make actual games out of code potentially, write big essays, write books, a lot more.
So guys, we're not talking about the million tokens. We're talking about just simply going from 3,000 tokens in what we have in GPT-4 to GPT-4 32K, which will go from 3,000 tokens to 32,000 tokens, which means that we'll be able to go from about 5 pages to 50
capabilities
pages.
Come along when you add to the amount of tokens that these models can input and output. Matt Schumer here on Twitter is going to summarize some of the things that it can do, because he actually got access, and we do believe this is because he is a developer and OpenAI has
adjust the
given
playback
just
speed a
him
little faster.
specific access. But it's cool to see that outsiders are now beginning to get access to these 32K GPT-4 models. Summarize and answer questions about an entire research paper. He literally just pasted the whole paper in the prompt, no embeddings required, and yeah, it's able to accurately access information, gives a summary, gives the main contribution.
So what we're seeing here is that he was able to put in 50 pages without getting an error. So I'm going to just go in here right now and see at Platform, Playground. All of you have access to this. This is free. What I'm looking to do is go to chat and then click right here and see if they give me the GPT-4. They still haven't given it to me. I've applied over a month ago. But apparently this person right here that's doing the demo, even MattVidPro says he didn't get access yet, but this person did, and they're now showing off the new capabilities where you could put up to 50 pages of information for it to analyze.
It's also able to take an entire code base and it's supporting documentation, meaning all of the different stuff that tells you about the code base, how to use it and whatnot. And it can actually make changes and improvements to it. Long context opens up fundamentally new opportunities to make ridiculously powerful developer tools. Absolutely agree with that statement. Devs are going to go.
Let me give you an example of what that's saying, folks. You'll be able to take the entire documentation of a language like PHP and Laravel and paste it in, and then just basically, or anything, and then say to it, okay, now make me this, and it'll just write you any type of code that you want. Now, I still think that you need to have a little bit of a programmer's brain to be able to understand programming. It's kind of like if you want to, remotely fly or drive a car, using a joystick, you kind of have to understand how that there's an accelerator, a steering wheel, and a brake. But it's going to do revolutionary things for development.
Wild with these larger AI models. GPT-4 is going to be able to take huge, big, long portions of code, reconfigure them, make them more efficient. I am not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to programming and coding, but I know enough to know that things are really going to change. A lot of my assistant that can read me the latest news and keep me well informed based off of multiple different viewpoints of the same Schumer, which is so crazy. So viewers, GPT-4 with 32,000 different tokens available for it to read and interpret is, it's pretty cool, but I don't know what's really cool? 1 million tokens. So this was a research paper that kind of went viral in the AI space at least.
So this is the thing that if you want to look up this paper, scaling transform into 1 million 1M tokens and beyond with RMT by this person here, Adar Bulatov. If you want to look that paper up, I don't read those things. I have Artie, who's our lead on Groove.ai. He reads all of this stuff, and I send all this information over to him.
I saw it on my Discord server. I saw it all around Twitter. Scaling a Transformer AI large language model to 1 million tokens and beyond with RMT. By augmenting a pre-trained BERT model with recurrent memory.
All right, we're going to skip some of this. Let me see if he goes into any practical stuff.
It's recurrent memory.
No, this is all the tech stuff. All right, let's go into where we're talking about people on Twitter.
Able to store and reference and learn from and create results from. There are some caveats with this, such as the fact that the main issue with so many tokens is that you get a higher error ratio. So it's a balance between how many tokens you give it and how factual and accurate you can keep the models, but we can expect these things to get better over time. 32,000 is already a really high amount of tokens. Artificial intelligence has also taken the music world by storm lately. Lots of AI.
Okay, so we heard about this as well. This is, the Drake and Weekend issue, and then the girl, this girl coming out and saying that she'll give access to that. Let's see. I think there was something else in here that I thought might have been interesting to talk about. Let's see what's going on over here.
Drake's likeness. Here is the song. I don't want to get taken down, so I'm not going to play it, but I will link it down below for you guys.
Oh, yeah. You can look up the song. You can just type in Drake AI song. It's all over the internet. Let's see if anything new. This is not that interesting there. I think I don't know if there was anything else that was interesting here. That was just more hugging GPT. Oh, he does a little demo over here of something that writes a song and then sings it for you and actually sings it. But nothing we're going to play here. It's not quite that interesting. So that's going to wrap up our news of the day for us as well. I'll put my face on here. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to take a quick 10-minute commercial to talk fully about Groove.ai. Take a little break. We'll come back. We'll talk about how today is the last day. And then we're going to bring on Amanda Vander Gulik, and she's going to help me walk you through a workflow that she's been working on for a YouTube channel. You're going to find this fascinating. We're going to spend the rest of the day with her and then wrap things up. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Hi, it's Mike Filsame's AI Avatar. Thanks for tuning in to our Groove-A-Thon. We hope you're enjoying all of the great AI content we're serving up for you. But before we get back to the show, we've got a quick message about the Groove.ai Backer project. So let me ask you this. Are you sick and tired of spending countless hours creating content for your website, social media, and email marketing campaigns? Do you struggle with writer's block and finding the right words to express your ideas, or blank page syndrome? Then you're going to love AI. It's the revolutionary tech that is in AI-powered content creation platforms that solve these problems and more. In fact, we used it for almost every content we used in this campaign, including the script for this video. But did you catch that problem? I said platforms. It's like this. Sadly, AI is becoming like streaming platforms. Remember when cutting the cord with cable companies was all the rage? Well, now there's a dozen streaming platforms, and the cost can add up quickly. The same is happening with AI. There are a lot of great platforms out there, but the cost can be as high as $4,000 a month or more to do what we've been doing in this promotion. And trust me, we will make 100 times the ROI. But why pay $4,000 a month when you could pay one time for AI and own it for life? Imagine this. What if you could have a lifetime deal on all of your streaming platforms for the price of just 1 month? Are you starting to see it? That's right. That's why we created Groove.ai. It's a backer project backed by people like you that later this year will provide you with the best AI solutions at a fraction of the cost. The question is not, will you be using AI? With Groove.ai, you can create unlimited high-quality, engaging content in minutes, not hours. Whether you need headlines or great bullets, or website copy or funnel copy, landing page copy or webinar registration copy, or those email subject lines that get 3 times the open rates that you're getting right now. Or how about quality emails that get 2 times the click-through rates because they're not the same boring old emails? When it's easier, you're more productive. When it's better quality, you make more money. It's just like how we used AI in this campaign you're part of right now. We used it for our landing page, webinar registration page, copy on a replay page, and when we put AI-generated copy underneath the webinar replay video, it doubled our conversions. In fact, we used AI to get you onto this live stream. AI was used to create the script for this video that you're watching right now. And AI was used at our checkout page to get more than 1,500 people to back this project. People just like you. And when this campaign is over, in just a few days, that number will top over 3,000 backers. But the content won't stop there. You'll be able to use it for blog posts, social media captions, product descriptions, email newsletters, reports, books, articles, you name it. Groove.ai will have you covered. Plus, it'll have advanced features like keyword tools and SEO tools. So what does this mean for you? It means you can finally focus on growing your business and serving your customers instead of being stuck at your desk, struggling to come up with the perfect words. AI is like a calculator for words. It's literally like having the assistance of an all-knowing being to help you with anything that you need. With Groove.ai, you'll have more time, more creativity, and more peace of mind. But here's the thing. We need your help to take this product to the next level. And by backing our project, you'll not only get early access to Groove.ai, but you'll also get lifetime access to the platform for a one-time price instead of paying annually or monthly. Sidebar, Your Honor, here's a fun fact. We did the same thing, a backer project for Groove.cm. When we did that project, we started with a lifetime offer of just $1,397. And that's $500 more than you're going to be paying here today. But we didn't stop there. We kept telling people we were going to raise the price, and we did, to $1,497, then $1,997, then $2,497, and today it costs $3,997 to get lifetime access to the Groove.cm account. And people pay for it every day because people like lifetime deals. They're great. But we warned everyone with Groove.cm that the price was going to be going up. But some people love the punishment of paying more. But not you. You realize that this is the lowest price we will ever offer, and since it's a lifetime deal, you're strongly considering doing what over 500 people have already done. So why not join them? Want to know a little bit more about Groove.ai? Sure. Let's take a closer look at some of the key features of Groove.ai. Our platform uses AI to create engaging, high-converting copy in seconds. No more writer's block or endless hours copywriting. Let Groove.ai do all the heavy lifting for you. But that's just the beginning. With Groove.ai, you'll be able to create content at the speed of thought. When the software is released very soon, Here are just some of the things you can do 10 times faster. Groove.ai features a chatbot assistant that integrates with ChatGPT. So it's not just a boring blog wizard, you're going to be able to craft it the way that you want. Let's not forget about our Chrome extension we're going to have. You can extend Groove.ai anywhere that you can type. Simply use the magic prompt and enter your wish. When you hit enter, Groove.ai will start typing whatever you requested wherever you requested it. This can be used to write copy anywhere for subject lines, inside your marketing email builder, in Gmail, or to write a blog with Grooveblog or WordPress, product descriptions in Shopify or GrooveCart, website and funnel copy, bullets, and so much more. It's literally Groove.ai content on the go. We will have a meeting and content summary. Just upload any audio or video and easily transcribe meetings or videos from multiple sources, including video conferencing apps like Zoom or any audio file you have. You can review a 1-hour meeting in just 5 minutes. With just one click, you can get access to your meeting's action items, tasks, questions, and other key metrics. You can get summaries and TLDRs at your fingertips. And weeks, months, or years later, you can search any text for any keyword from any meeting in your company with ease. But our most coveted feature is this. You'll be able to build landing pages and funnels in minutes with Groove.ai's magic website and funnel builder. You simply tell Groove about your business and it will build all of the pages, all of the copy, all of the images, title tags, and optimize it for SEO. And you can even export those pages to Groove pages. So say goodbye to the need for web development, design experience, or even a copywriter. When you're done, export them to Groove pages and Groove.cm to edit, publish, and save. And check this out for your company support. You're going to be able to train Groove.ai with your support articles from your current help desk, and then you can add a support AI widget to your site to do better support than even your best support agents. Yes, the future is here. You'll be able to quickly and easily generate high-quality images and graphics for your campaigns without the need of a professional designer, saving you time and money. Better images increase conversion rates. So here's what makes Groove.ai different. First, it consolidates all those other good but expensive AI companies into one, saving you money. Second is that you can use your own free API key that you get from OpenAI and Google. Unlike companies like Jasper.ai and Copy.ai, Groove.ai is not locked into only one AI company like OpenAI. Although OpenAI is the talk of the town right now with DALL-E for images, Whisper for voice to text and text to voice, ChatGPT, but recently Google just announced their API and the AI wars are on. But we use them all, and this is going to allow us to be more expansive and flexible than the competition while offering a no-compromise solution, all at wholesale rates. You heard that right. With Groove.ai, we don't charge you for AI. Instead, you connect your free API with companies like Google, OpenAI, Stability.ai, and more. This means you don't pay monthly for AI you're not using. And since you're paying directly to the source and not us, you're saving 3 times to 6 times the retail markup compared to companies like Jasper.ai. The other guys charge you for monthly tokens even if you don't use them. And they don't offer rollover credits. Groove.ai can save you thousands per year compared to the other leading AI companies. And finally, what makes us different is Groove.ai is a marketplace. Yes, we're making a marketplace for other AI developers to create cool apps. Don't find the task or workflow for your needs? There's a marketplace where others are extending our platform with powerful AI tools. You've seen how marketplaces extend the value of technology with things like the Apple iPhone, Android, WordPress, Google Chrome, and Shopify. Groove.ai will allow AI developers to market their apps in our marketplace. The bottom line, that's better for you. But before we wrap up, we want to make a special offer to you. We need your help. As a thank you for supporting us and backing our project, we're offering a special lifetime deal for Groove.ai. That means you can get access to our groundbreaking AI platform later this year for a one-time payment of just $897 or just 2 payments of $497 instead of paying the regular price of $99 a month or $997 annually. Oh, and here's something special for all customers who back our project before we close. You'll get a massive bonus of 3.75 million words of free AI content. That's equivalent of getting 35,000 emails with 1,000 words each. That's right, it's a 1,000-word email every day for a century. Don't miss out on this incredible bonus. Act fast and become a backer of Groove.ai today. But don't wait too long. The lifetime deal is only available for a limited time. Once we close this backer project, the lifetime deal will be gone forever. After that, it will cost $99 a month or $997 a year. So if you want to take advantage of this incredible opportunity and save big on your AI needs, become Become a backer of Groove.ai today before it's too late. Don't wait. Join the community of over 1,500 people that have already backed this project and be the first to experience the power of AI when it's released later this year. Go to Groove.ai/backer right now. Groove.ai/backer. So now let's get back to the AI Week Groove-A-Thon with the real Mike Filsaime.
Now get ready for the power of Groove AI. Become a backer of Groove today.
Oh, I love that song. By the way, I have to tell you, I was listening to every single word of that VSL commercial, and that was damn good. Some of the finest work we've ever done. Do you know why? Because I wrote that using AI. I uploaded the transcript of the webinar that I did where I poured my heart out into the content. And then I said, create an outline for me. And then I went through each point and I said, help me write this, write this, write this, write this, write this. And use a metaphor about streaming companies. I did all this stuff. I pasted it into a Google Doc and I had this rough draft and I went through and I said, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Now let me put it into my voice. And so that's the thing is, as we were saying, you're not going to be able to say, write me a 10-minute VSL and just go and record it and think that it's going to be perfect. But the way that we're going to be doing it in Groove.ai, by being able to create a knowledge base first and then give it a tone and style and say, write it in this person's tone and style, and then be able to work with it and then move things over into a document as you're doing it. That's the future of writing content, VSLs, emails. It's going to change the game. We've got a new person coming in here that's been on the live stream for the entire week. Genevieve says, by the way, I'll be joining as a backer today. Yay. Donna responds back as well, giving her the thumbs up. And I wanted to personally say thank you, Genevieve. You've been doing a great job helping us out with comments and keeping us motivated throughout the entire week. And I would have thought you were a backer already with your enthusiasm. But as we say, some people like to wait till the last minute. Glad you're getting in. Okay. Just before we bring on our special guest for today, just a reminder, I'll give you everything you need to know. You can go to groove.ai/case-studies, okay? And that has every case study that we've currently done, okay? You can also go to our YouTube channel and find all of our live stream replays if you want to catch anything you missed on the Groove-A-Thon. And most importantly, you can go to groove.ai, and that has everything that you need to know. You'll see you have about under 11 hours because we're closing at midnight. The full, most current webinar replay is here. You can download the mind map. There's information about every 3 minutes that happened on this actual webinar you could find out about. Over here, we have that 10-minute commercial that you just saw. This recaps pretty much everything right here. And then we have the checkout section right underneath that. And guess what? There is not a line of text from this to this to this to this that was not written without AI. AI wrote everything on our webinar registration pages, on our thank you page, our emails going out for this campaign. And it's just made our life very, very easy. I've had Donna say to me many times, are you okay? Do you need me? You're awfully quiet. And I'm like, nope, everything's going smooth, and we just go smooth. And one of the things that we're going to do right here, let me refresh this. Donna, if we can make that widget live for the 250 right now, guys, you can click right here. We're gonna make it live until the rest of the day at midnight. You can get started for just $897. 2 payments of $497. And then finally, you can click right here if you want to go with the $250 option and then just get started right there. $250 means 4 payments of $250. You've seen what we said. There's going to be a lot of AI companies coming out. You're going to be seeing it the same way I'm describing it here. Oh, this just came out and did this. Yeah, great. You know what I'm paying right now for chatbase.co, this company right here? Let's see. I'm not going to, make it up or tell it to you without proving it to you. This is my current plan with them. Okay. My current plan, $120 a month that my company is paying. All right. And if we go to the pricing, you can see they've they've changed their pricing since then, but I'm apparently somewhere between the standard and the unlimited. Okay. Was I not sharing my screen? I wasn't? Okay. That's okay, because I basically just went to chat for the first time. I went to chatbase.co, and I wanted to show you that my account here says that we're paying $120 a month. Okay. Why? Because I believe that every single AI tool that we talk about and we show you is going to be adding value to my business. This has allowed us to have right here in Groove, instead of opening up this little thing right here that let a person scour our articles and then ask to speak to a human and then have to send an email and all these different things and wait, we've now instituted this where the customer can simply ask anything they want to know about our platform. How do I add a new blog? Great, just like this. Add a new blog, you can follow these steps. This is better for my customers and it's better for us. Customers are getting extremely accurate. I'm blown away by how accurate this information is. This is exactly what they need to do. Was this helpful? Yes. And then it'll say, great, thank you very much, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going in and I'm looking at the conversations. When I look at my chatbots, I can see my dashboard here, and I can see the questions that people are actually asking right here. Can you build me a website with all the bells and whistles, right? I want to sell my t-shirts online. Look at this. It pivoted from Groove pages to good news. Groove Cart is the right solution for this. I trust this chatbot like you can't believe. Look what it says. Was this helpful? Great. Thanks. I'm already a lifetime member. Thanks. That's fantastic to hear, right? So this is good news, bad news. This is my whole point. My point is that we eat our own dog food here. When I tell you that AI is the next big thing, we are actually using and paying for AI. And one of the things I told you is that AI is sort of becoming like streaming companies. We were all happy to start using these different tools when they were streaming companies. I've cut the cord. Really? You don't have cable anymore? Nope. You're kidding. You really got rid of cable. So you can't watch TV? No. What do? I have Hulu and Netflix. I pay about $15 a month. What happened to Hulu and Netflix? They went from $7 to $11 to $15. YouTube Premium, I went in to pay for it for the company the other day. I thought it was $7.99. It's now $15. You have Paramount Plus. You know, you want to watch that new show with Sylvester Stallone called Tulsa King. Oh yeah, no, that's not on Netflix. HBO Max, no. That's on Paramount Plus. And then there's that one show you want to watch. It's on Peacock, Amazon, AMC if you want to watch, Better Call Saul and all these different things. And by the time you know it, you're paying $200 a month again for just streaming, and it's what you used to pay for the cable companies. We're going to see the same thing with AI. It's going to be very difficult for you to say, I'm not going to pay for that tool. The only reason why you won't pay for it is because you can't afford it. But if these tools are like not having access to Groove or Infusionsoft or Samcart, like you need these tools to run your business. They will give you a better return on investment. That's where Groove.ai comes in. We are allowing you to put in your own API key. So you're buying AI at wholesale. These things have a cost, right? So whether it's hosting or sending email, imagine the ability now to say, I'm going to get these things at cost, because you're going to be able to use your own API key from OpenAI, Stability, Google, Meta, Amazon, NVIDIA, you name it. And if Apple comes out with one, you will as well. We're going to be creating all the apps. We even said in there before this technology even existed, imagine being able to put a chatbot wizard on your website. Yeah, somebody came out with that, but it's costing $100 a month. So we're going to be able to do this. You get in for a lifetime, and then you'll be able to put in your own API key, and you won't even have to pay us monthly payments. Now, some of you are going to say, yeah, but Mike, there's still a cost if I have to pay monthly payments. Well, folks, take a look at this. This is going to be something you're going to be seeing with all AI companies. They can only give you so much. And then at a certain point, look what they say over here. After 40,000 messages, you have to use your own API key. So even at their $3.99 a month plan, they're still saying, we're only going to give you a certain amount, and then you have to use your own API key. So what we're saying is, what's better? paying $3.99 a month and then using your own API key, or just use your own API key. That's what we're doing here at Groove, is allowing you to say you're going to pay $6 a month instead of $3.99 a month plus $6 a month. All right, so that's it, guys. Go to Groove.ai/Backer. You can go here and let's see, we'll hit the refresh button and we will see that you can now see the $250 option. Jump on in just like Genevieve did and become a backer. Hey, that fake stuttering. No, it was real stuttering. You'll be able to do all of your, watch me doing all of the recaps because that's going to be exclusive only for Groove.ai members. Okay, that wraps up our little pitch this hour for Groove.ai. We're now going to bring on our next guest that's going to take us out through the end of the day. Give me a thumbs up there, Amanda, if you're ready. Okay, and we're going to add you to the stream. How are you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Your audio sounds great.
Ah, yes.
Okay. So Amanda, for those that don't know what you do, tell a little bit about yourself and then what we're going to be going over today.
Well, first of all, I'm a Groovester.
Yes, I am.
And I help entrepreneurs turn their passions into passive income using Groove, of course, and also using YouTube marketing so that they can get the constant evergreen stream of steady, highly targeted traffic to their websites. So that's it in a nutshell.
All right. Okay, so what I've done already, I'm just cleaning my glasses. If you wonder why I keep looking down,
I was doing that.
Yeah, I didn't prep that good enough, and I keep seeing my fingerprints. And there we go. That's a little bit better there for me. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to put us in the bottom corner of the screen for right now. Maybe I'll move us over to the right.
And in ChatGPT, there you should be able to choose GPT-4 because I know you couldn't choose it in the other program you were using.
Yeah. Here we have GPT-4 because I'm a Plus member. I recommend, anybody that can afford it, pay the $20 a month. It makes a big difference for me, and I get less frustrated with the system using GPT-4. It's light years ahead of even the 3.5. All right, so what we're going to do, Amanda, is we're basically going to come up with ideas for YouTube channels, and then we're going to build that out and actually build out a little campaign, right?
Yeah. And I thought we could use Donna's YouTube channel again as an example.
Okay, great. So,
and Donna, you don't need to actually follow all these because I know your channel is more about art and that's a little bit more personal, but we're just going to use your channel to get some ideas.
As a jumping off point. Okay. So Donna's channel is about art, and Donna likes to paint. And so let's say there was somebody like Donna that wanted to say, hey, I want to share some of my knowledge on YouTube, but I don't know where to start. Where do we go from there?
So the first thing, just to give a little bit of a recap. So Donna likes to share her own art, but also wants to help other artists learn how to do that as well. And so there's like a double niche in there, which works really well together. So what I would suggest for Donna is to first find other YouTube channels that are offering similar things that she is already wanting to do. And I know she's got different channels of artists who are showing their craft and teaching people how to do their art, which is great. And we also want to have a look at other artists that are teaching artists. So to have those two categories. And so if we go to YouTube, we could do a quick search and we just want to see what channels come up as the top channels. If we type in, let me think. I'm trying to think of a little bit more specific. Donna, if you're here and you want to hop on for a second, if you're not, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. But I'm trying to think of a specific technique. So let's say we want to teach. Oh, there she is.
Hey.
So
what
we
are
need
you
a
looking to
specific
do?
technique.
I'm sorry. I heard my name, but I wasn't sure.
That's okay. We're going to use your channel as an example.
Art technique?
Yeah. So a specific art technique that you would want to teach others. We're going to start first with that. So I was trying to think of one that you would
dry brushing.
Yes. Okay.
Dry brushing.
All right. So if you were just starting dry brushing yourself, Donna, and you heard about it, but you didn't know what it was, what kind of a search would you type in for that? You know, what
That
is
one,
dry
that
brushing?
exact one. How to do dry brushing painting is what I would do.
There you go. Okay, perfect. All right. And then we're looking at the top channels, and you can see there how many views that people have and how old they are. So the top one there is, let me just make
4
this
years
bigger.
old.
So
Let me make this a little bigger for you.
Yeah. So there's like 238,000 views, and it's 4 years old for that top one.
Okay. Yeah, 4 years old. This one's
and then you can see 131,000 views. It's 5 years old. 2 months ago, 40,000 views. So you're seeing that, first of all, just in that quick glance, there are a ton of people interested in learning about dry brushing techniques, right? And you're seeing that even though there are some ones that have obviously stuck really well on YouTube and people really liked for a couple of years now, that just in the third one there's one that's just 2 months ago. So recent, right? And that's something you want to keep in mind as well, is that you've got something that has long-term interest, but is also interesting currently, right? So then what we're going to do is let's go to the one that is more current, the one that's just 2 months old, and let's go to his channel.
Okay. This one right here. And before we do that, I'm just going to say, I just noticed something. I don't think this is a plugin that I have. So this looks like something new from YouTube in the search results. They're basically showing you the chapters, intro, use the largest brush. And there's a drop down now that you could actually see the chapters, which is, I've never seen that before. Some of you may say that's been there for months, but I think that's pretty cool. I've never noticed that before.
pretty
Donna,
new in YouTube. They were doing it on Google, and of course Google owns YouTube, so they realized it's helpful. And that's I'll give you a little pro tip right now. We'll readdress it later. But by creating chapters and having each of your chapters actually have a keyword like how to do dry brush painting, that will actually rank on its own. Your chapters will rank for you as well, which is super cool. Interesting.
I'm noticing that YouTubers are, I'm sorry, Donna, we'll let you go. I know.
I actually had a question.
Okay, cool.
Are chapters, Amanda, just like timestamps?
Yes, that's exactly what they are.
Yeah, and they work now on Apple TV and everything, and you can see them. So what I was saying is, I'm noticing YouTubers are struggling with chapters when they're doing like a top 10 things. Like they'll say something like, so today we're going to talk about the top 10 chat companies out there, and then so they'll put chat 1, chat 2, or number 9, number 7, because they're realizing they're sort of letting people see the top 10 answers, and then people skip right to number 1. So things like that. So I can imagine that can affect watch time, and some people are looking into that. Any comment on that, Amanda?
Absolutely. And what I would, my suggestion would be to pretend your mic feels same and rewrite your chapters so that you're teasing the content without giving it away.
That's it. You took the words out of my mouth. If I was going to add anything to that, that's exactly the same thing that we do on our Groove.ai page with all of this right here. We use curiosity underneath this video to tell you, here are some of the things that you're going to be learning, but we try to make it interesting to pique your interest. So going back to YouTube here,
so to do a
we wanted me to go to this.
If you can do a combination of the intrigue and a main key phrase, then you're getting both, like the best of both worlds.
The main key phrase is important for SEO and an algorithm, and intrigue gets them to want to watch. Exactly. So you wanted me to go to the third person that was 2 months ago and go to his channel, right?
Yeah, Faux Hammer.
Faux Hammer. Okay.
All right. So this is how to get some ideas. So if you're just starting your channel, there are lots of different places, and I'll show you a few, but this is a really great place to get started, to get ideas of what are your audience interested in? What are they wanting to know? And what could you create your own version of? So you go to the main channel, you go to the videos tab. So click on the videos tab there.
Okay. And I just want to say one thing, not to, because these are different ideas that I'm getting about AI that are happening so quick. So Amanda, just to spark some things for you, or maybe you're already doing it, I can imagine now using AutoGPT to even do some of these things, like say,
Yes.
go to this website.
Exactly. Yeah, and have it figure it out. That would be amazing.
And and literally like have it create a spreadsheet of all of these different things, the title, the keywords, the meta description, and then it'll just come back and you'll have a spreadsheet of the top 10 YouTube channels that do this. Maybe that's something you and I will do together. We'll learn about it, and we'll come back and do it again. All right, so we're going to click on the videos tab.
Yeah, and then you're going to so scroll up a little bit. At the top, there's going to be a sorting option, and we want to sort. First, we're going to sort popular, and then we'll take a look at latest. We want to first look at long-term. What are people interested in? So they've got the best paint shakers. Oh, and let's have one quick look at the top again. Let's see how many subscribers does this channel have. So they have 14,000, so 15,000 subscribers. Right?
Yeah, 15,000
it also says it right underneath
subscribers.
the name on the top.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there, and almost 1 million views. And we'll go back to his videos. Yeah, so it's 15,000 subscribers.
We want to do some math. So now that we've got the most popular videos, we want to have the ratio of at least 2 times as many views as subscribers, because the subscribers over time are going to get, a good portion of them will become loyal and they'll watch it. But we want to see, is this going, is this getting more outside interest? Because if we get outside interest. If somebody
has 100,000 subscribers, we want to see at least 200,000 views.
Yes, exactly.
As a metric.
Exactly.
Okay.
So in this first one, 55,000 views, it's doing much better than the amount of subscribers for the channel, right? So it is a topic that probably doesn't have a lot of competition and is really well done. People are enjoying the value they're getting out of it, the content in there, right? And then the one that we first saw, that thumbnail with the noob and pro, it has 40,000. So again, it's giving some ideas. So what you would do then, or what you'd have, ChatGPT or AI or Groove.ai do, is you would then write down the concept of the videos with the amount of views compared to subscribers. And that's like your own spreadsheet of things. And then you want to get yourself a good amount of video ideas. I'd even throw it out there to get like 100 video ideas, because after a while you start getting a feeling of repetitive. Oh, people really like this. Could I do maybe a 10-part series on different ways of doing this thing? And that would really be wonderful, because it would get people to watch more and more videos, to go deeper and deeper into the topic. And then that triggers the algorithm to push your views out. So the whole point of this is to make YouTube really, really happy with your videos, so that it wants to promote them for you and ultimately to drive you targeted leads to your business. Right. Exactly. So this is not about earning ad revenue. Of course, you can put ad revenue on your videos once you reach the level you need to order to get that. And it's kind of cool because you get paid to advertise your own business. So that's a cool concept, but it depends what the video is. If you're talking specifically about one product, you probably don't want to have ads on and then send people off of your video, right? So it's kind of like that happy balance. So yeah, for video ideas, this is the first one. The first one is just to look for the top 10 channels in your niche. Go to their channel.
Okay. So we would go back again to that list, and we would try to find the top 10 related to dry, if it was dry brushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then to make a list of their most popular videos based on subscriber versus how many views. Let's go back to his page, and now let's look at the latest instead of popular. And what we're looking for here is what is recently gaining traction. So we're going to have a quick scan across, and you can see, 400 views, 22,000.
We could probably forgive this because he just released that an hour ago. So, whoops. But this one over here, this was a week ago, so it's.
22 for a week.
Seems like he's getting about 20,000 views a week.
Yeah. So just scroll across a couple of the lines. So 15,000, 8,000 for 2 weeks, 12, 2,000 for 3 weeks. So that one was not really taken well
Not
by
too
his
good.
group. So yeah, on average between that 8 to 15 is normal. So then what you would do is you'd scroll down just a little bit. And this is literally, you're not worrying too much about what the videos are. You're just looking at the statistics to see, are there any that really pop out? Like that 40,000, right? That Noob and Pro one that we saw earlier. And also the Saturn 2 and Saturn 8, 30,000. Like it's quite a lot more than the normal, right? So those are ones that are showing you right now. This is just in the last month or two. This is interesting. And that's really exciting. And so you would take note of those ones as well. And then a combination of the two, you might want to start doing some videos that are showing traction right now. And then you have a backlog of other videos that you know over time are always going to do well.
Gotcha.
So that's one way
I'm
to get
curious
video
to do
ideas.
this for AI, like to go to Matt Wolfe's channel and see what's doing well and what isn't, and getting that information as well.
And then of course, you know, your Groove.ai videos would, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get Matt to just do a podcast with me. That's the easier way. All right. So what's next here?
All right. Yeah. So let me just, I've got, oh, and everybody has access to this as well. This is the strategies we're going through. And Donna has a link to it in the actual Groove. Like you guys can just download it, no opt-in or anything required. So
okay, we'll try to paste that link in here for everybody so they could follow along. Donna will get that. She gave us a nod.
All right. So yeah, for getting ideas for that. Now, if you have a business and you've considered using YouTube, and I know one of the biggest hurdles is I don't want to be in front of the camera. I'm not good on camera. People don't want to hear me. But with AI, you don't need to worry about that anymore, right? Well, even before AI, you didn't have to worry about that. You don't have to be on camera. You have to not see yourself as a YouTuber. We are not YouTubers, right? We are internet marketers using a platform that is a search engine. Like instead of paying for ads that, you know, go out 1 week and then it's gone, you know, something that is going to, I have a video, you know, my video, my how to bake a cake video that's been on there since 2011 and still gets me thousands of views every day, right? Like I spent 3 hours and $20
Can we find that video?
Yeah, if you go to my channel.
What's the channel?
Amanda Vander Gulik. And you say my name very nicely, even if once in a while you put in Gulik, that's fine.
Gulik. Yeah,
there,
Gulik.
look,
I don't know why I do that. Sorry about that. Gulik. And there's no R in there. It's kind of simple.
Oh, and look at that. I'm doing videos about Groove. I wonder why.
Thank you.
Go to my channel and then just scroll down. You can mute my intro there. Yeah. No, go to the homepage. It'll be easier because I have a lot of videos on my channel. Oh, well, there you go. Popular. Yeah, 6 million. Right?
Okay.
And my subscribers, I'm just over 50,000 right now. So that ratio, that's a good topic, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if we copy that link, let me just put it into, so what do you think is special about this video? Why do you think that you struck gold on this one?
I did it totally accidentally. And then it took me a couple of years to figure out what I did right. And it was mostly SEO. And the fact that I actually helped them step by step how to make a cake. So like people really enjoy it. I got tons of comments and I think there's over like
4,000 comments.
Right. So it was a combination of, I literally started the video by saying, today we're going to learn how to bake a cake. I wasn't even thinking of keywords. And I got lucky because most people would have said, you know, a sponge cake or a vanilla cake. Well, there's lots of those. And not many people were just saying like, just in general, bake a cake. And yeah, and I said that a couple of times throughout the video and I wasn't even thinking about it. I must have had Mike Filsame in my head or something, you know, SEO. And I was like, so that's how we make a cake. And now if you want to, you know, make icing after you've baked your cake. And I just kept saying that, bake your cake. And so that is a pro tip. In your video, whatever you've decided is your main key phrase, you want to repeat that a couple of times, sprinkle it throughout, not like overly, but you want to sprinkle it out because YouTube listens to everything and it will categorize that as well. I'll go over the different SEO things for upload in a minute, but first I just wanted to give some ideas of how to find ideas, right? And
Yeah,
but
so we
before
would we would
continue,
probably
you
see that
wanted
you
to
said
do
how to
something.
bake a cake here several
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
righty.
it possibly helped that I said it was 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 150 degrees Celsius. You know, being Canadian, we do both, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
I had a wider market. No, I'm just joking. Okay. So if you've got a business and you haven't thought about YouTube yet, but you're intrigued by this idea of creating evergreen advertising for your business, right? Like who wouldn't want evergreen free advertising for your business? And so you want to know, well, okay, my business, would it do okay on YouTube? Like, would it be worth my time? Let's do a couple of things, Mike, where I'll show just how to just check your niche and kind of make sure that there is something for it. Okay. And one of them is, let me just see what it was called again. Oh my goodness. Oh, Google Trends. I don't know why, but that just literally flew my head. So if you go to Google Trends, you just type in Google Trends and it'll probably be the first. Yeah. And what you want to do on this, you can change United States to worldwide, just so that it depends. If you're in a particular country, you want to just do that country, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. We'll say with US for here, but I think that'll be good.
Okay. All right. So let's use Donna's channel as an idea. We want, and maybe her channel was all about dry brushing, just in general. We just want to have a look and see if that is a long-term, or maybe
just dry brushing.
Brush techniques. Let's do something a little bit broader. Brush techniques.
Should we leave painting in there or no?
Yeah, let's do brush techniques for painting. We'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We want to explore, and then we're going to change some of the settings. So we want to change where it says past day.
Did I spell techniques wrong or something? Or is this common? Or is
well, and it's for the past day, so it may not have had much interest in the past day.
Oh, I see.
Change that to scroll down. Is it 5 months or 5 years possible? Because that's what it used to be. And that gives you a better long term. All right, so let's change brush techniques to just painting.
Yeah, I think painting techniques is probably something closer to what somebody would search for.
Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Yeah, painting techniques. Thank you, Donna. That's better.
Okay. Oops.
All right. And so we've got it over the past 5 years. And then you can see it's pretty steady across the board, right? It's had very steady interest. It doesn't go down too often. It keeps pretty steady across the board. And that means there's
what does that mean? How many people search that per day when I hover over this? That means 67 people searched that term that day. Is that what that means?
The interest over, it's always going to show you that 0 to 100. And so that number is more just its own range. It's not actually the amount of increase.
Okay, so that doesn't I got you.
No, exactly. So if you had a high, like AI would probably be like across the top, right? For now, but 2 years ago, it'd be like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a quick look and just see what that says. Put
for AI?
Or yeah, you could even maybe chat AI. Do AI and let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
I just did AI art on
yes,
my own.
So you can see how like it spiked, and then it like
that's when ChatGPT came out.
Right. So this one would be something that you're going on a trend, but because we understand the concept of AI, we know this trend is not going away. But we wouldn't know that for most trends, right? Like we know this is going to be here for a while. And so if you were looking for your niche, whether it was maybe crocheting or, soccer techniques or whatever your industry, your niche is, you want to see that it's something that has long-term stability, that is not just a trend. Again, AI is not a trend. It's just a new something, right? And then
and this is low because I put paintbrush techniques, which was
right,
lower
exactly. Yeah. So you can
techniques.
see how it's on the bottom scale. But even though it's low, it's still consistent,
Okay. So
right?
gotcha.
Oh,
Mhm.
type in how to bake a cake, and I'll show you how that changed. Because you can see in 2020, when everybody was at home and nobody could go to the stores to buy cakes for birthdays, it spiked. My channel did amazing.
Yeah, look at that. That's this.
It
Oh
was
my
right at the
goodness.
top. Yeah.
You
It
can
was
literally
crazy.
see that this is trying to get to the very top of that spike, though. But that's literally when we got locked in home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't
And
it funny?
I
and it
just did
did. It totally
acrylic
spiked.
painting on my side and had the same spike at the same time. And it makes me
Because
wonder,
everybody was
like,
at
during
home,
that
right?
time where people were at
Yeah.
home doing things. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So the point about this is obviously not to use it as your sole choice, but it's just to give you a trend of, is this something that's going to keep being interesting, right? And again, yeah, unless you know for certain that a new trend is something that will have, that flow like AI. Like, you guys would not be doing Groove.ai if you didn't know this is the way of the future. This is the new wheel.
Yes,
Right?
gotcha.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's another one. So that's just to get a general feel of your niche. Then let's go to Google, and we want to see, this is where we come up with other video ideas. So we're just going to go to Google. So we've first done our popular channels to see what people are already looking for. Right now, we want to broaden out some other things and see, well, what are people searching for on Google? Because it's the place most people go to search when they're looking for something. So let's type in what was it? Painting techniques. Painting techniques.
Yeah, painting techniques.
Yeah. And we're going to see what comes up. And so click on it again. I want to see the drop down.
Oh,
you can just go
sorry.
in there. That's all right. Painting techniques. And then I just want you to do a space at the end of techniques. There, you can see the drop down there, right?
Like that?
Yeah. So if you take the space away, you'll see the top 10 search for at first. So people are looking for it for acrylics. They're looking for a book that'll show them, right? They're looking, in art, right? For a canvas, for walls, right? So these are all really cool. And Donna, I know that you're good at painting on walls because you're going to come paint one of mine one day, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll paint it together. Painting techniques names. Who knew that would have been something that you could literally do a video about the different techniques and their names, right? Like that kind of thing. What is it? And then the period, right? Renaissance. Now do that space. And now it's going to start to sort them a little bit. And you can see things that are repeating. And then what you would do is you would go through the alphabet and you would just put in A. So go ahead. And then you write down, and it's just like the top 10, and then you'd go back and you'd put B, and then you'd see all those. Bob Ross, right? Yeah, Donna, we love Bob Ross. And yeah, and so on. And you would literally do that all the way through to Z. Then let's go to the front of it where it says painting. So at the front of painting, and we want to do an underscore and a space. So at the very front of it, yeah. And that will give you other ways people are looking for it, where the painting techniques are.
I never knew that.
I never knew that either.
Isn't that cool?
That's a great tip.
Well, I had to give you something you didn't know yet, Mike. I mean, I'm fighting against like a legend here.
I don't know how these things, we don't learn them. I don't know how we didn't know
There's
this.
so much.
Yeah.
But isn't that cool? Like, that gives you a handful of great, video ideas that people are searching for, because it's only going to show things that people have been searching for, because it's trying to be helpful. Right? And so let's go to YouTube, and we'll do the same thing, and I'll show you what it looks like on YouTube to do the same thing. And it's pasted in there. And again, we're just looking at the drop downs. People want painting techniques for lovely Hello Kitty. Who knew? Right? Or mushroom. I love that. And so on. And so, yeah, what you would do, well, what Mike would do is he would figure out a prompt to get AI to do this for you.
Correct. Now there are some tools that do this. I'm not sure if we demo. I think we did do a demo of it last time, right? I have to turn the plugin back on. Let me see if I shut it off. Let me see.
A little bit. We focused a lot on the video script. You know, to get those longer watch times, because that's important.
Why are these all videos? This was it. AIPRM.
Yes.
I remember it had a really crazy name. So I've got it in there. Let's turn it on. Let's see. Manage extensions.
Yeah, you might have to go to your extensions. And then you can just search for it.
Turn it on. Okay. Yeah. And now when I go to ChatGPT and I refresh, you're going to notice I'm going to have this weird thing up here that's going to show up. Okay. Ooh, you didn't have to do this last time. Now they want your data.
Yeah, that's a new one. So yeah. Error. Interesting. I know sometimes things don't work when you're streaming. I don't know if that's maybe one of them.
Yeah, I left one of the check boxes. Okay.
If you want, I can quickly just show you mine, and then I can show what it looks like.
I connected.
That side mic said so much. It's like, oh, another verification, another check your password. Like there was so much in that.
All right, so
okay.
Connect your OpenAI.
Oh, it looks like it's there behind it. Go back to ChatGPT. It looks like it actually did it anyway.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It did. I don't know.
This is a little too much for me to. Yeah, it was just caught in that little loop temporarily. So I'm going to have to go make my screen a little bit smaller so that I can see this, because it's this is why I keep the plugin off. Like I don't know if there's like a little. Is that what this is hidden?
Oh, that's new. That was
all right. We'll just leave it on for now. But they've added so many different tools in here.
Yeah, and I honestly,
I'm sure there's a little on-off button in here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't use their prompts because you've taught us much better how to prompt. But what's really cool is the Own tab, that you can create your own prompts and then save them in there so that you're not having to copy and paste every time. So that's nice. And that's at the top, the tab on the top.
I clicked on keyword strategy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that painting techniques in here.
And see what it gives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paste that in. And output in English, tone. Okay, default writing style, whatever. Let's just see what happens. I'm in 4.
All right.
Yes. Okay, I'm just going to hit enter and see what happens here. It's creating a table of keyword cluster, keyword, search intent, and title. And I'm just going to stop this here. Just for this demo, right? Just for this demo, I'm going to do this in 3.5, just so that we could keep things moving a little bit quicker, right?
Okay. Yeah, it is faster.
Yeah, it's just so much faster, and we don't want to, be waiting 4 minutes for every time we do something here. Much faster. See that?
And for this kind of thing, I find the 3.5 is fine anyway. It doesn't need to be creative. It doesn't need to be deep thinking as much.
It's task driven, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what are we getting actually here? Keyword cluster, tools and supplies. This is the keyword types of brushes. Okay. And this is just the search intent and a title.
Title suggested beginner's guide.
Brush types. So this would be your YouTube title and your YouTube description,
right?
Is what it's saying.
I would think that's what they mean. It could also be because we didn't specifically say YouTube. It could just be for your website too, right? Your website title, your website meta description, and your OG information, like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's a great way to start, and then we want to make sure that we're using our skills as internet marketers to make sure it's giving us the juicy bits that we want.
Yeah.
As well as the dry.
Very interesting. I can see they have 3,000 prompts now. There was about 40 last time that I did this. So are these other people's prompts? Has this become like a marketplace? Like
so
YouTube script
if you scroll up, if you scroll
Mm-hmm.
up and you look at the Own tab, yeah. Whenever you create a prompt yourself, you can decide to keep it private just for yourself or to list it publicly.
Like some of the prompts that I keep using.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
Wow.
you can put those in there and just keep it private for yourself so that not everybody on the internet gets it, except those that become AI backers of Groove.ai, of course, right? But that's how come all those other ones show up, is because people leave it public. And if they're doing that either because they just want to share it or as a business strategy for themselves. They're like, if you like my prompts a lot, you'll come check me out.
Nice. The only thing I wish, and maybe they do, maybe I'm just missing it. I wish they had a little on-off button right here so that
a little toggle at the top. Yeah, I don't like how it's
the interface
clunky
off.
either. It's messy. Yeah.
Yeah, because like if I open a new chat, like I don't know that I want all this stuff all the time.
No, exactly.
I mean, I guess it's cool, but whatever.
I often just revisit
anyway,
my
guys.
original chats anyway, so I don't start new ones that often because I tend to stay in the same. So then you don't see it in those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the watermark behind it there, but yeah. So those are some ways to get video ideas. And you've verified, you've validated that people are actually interested because first of all, they're being searched for, right? And Mike, do you have Keywords Everywhere? It's a paid subscription.
The tool?
It's like, yeah.
No, I don't have an account for that, but you can share your screen if you
I
want
was
to
just going to say, I'll share to show.
Okay.
So let me just take you off of that. All right. And let's see here. Present, that's the one, right? Oh, yes. Share screen. Okay. Okay. And then I want this one. Okay. All right. So now you can see my YouTube homepage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go to, I'm going to first turn on Keywords Everywhere. Let's just see here. I haven't done this in a while, so I've forgotten where I had it. Let me just do it this way. Keywords Everywhere. And it's like $10 for the year, and it gives you a ridiculous amount of searches. I have it in there, so it must be in there. Okay.
Let's see if I have that. Maybe I do.
I must have it on. Let me just see. Oh, here it is. Of course, I found it now. It's at the top here. On.
Oh, I have it. I do have it.
Do you? Okay. Here, then I'll stop sharing and we can.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a paid subscription. I may or I may not, but I recognize the icon. I installed it.
Okay. Have a quick look and see. And otherwise, I do have it set on now, so I can go back and share that.
Oh, either way, we could use yours. But all right, let's see. So, let me see here. I got to go to my plugins. I shut off a lot of plugins because sometimes they annoy me.
Yeah.
So let's look for Keyword Everywhere. Next. Here it is. Okay, it's just not on. Okay, perfect. So now I'll refresh and.
Okay, so now it's on. So that's good.
Yeah, there it is. Let me pin it so that I can see it here.
Yeah, then it's easier to just toggle on and off. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
All right, so now this works on YouTube and it works on Google. So let's go to Google and we're going to put painting.
Do I have to sign up for an API key? And if so, we'll just use yours.
Want to purchase credits. Oh, okay. So yours may not. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do mine.
Yeah, let's just use yours. I'll put your screen back on.
Yep. I'll present again. There.
And you could leave your screen on.
Oh, yeah, because you can just undo it on your end, right?
Yeah, and then I could always add it on and off again. There you go. So that's back to your screen.
Okay, so you see my YouTube homepage again, right?
Yes.
We're going to turn on my Keywords Everywhere. Oh, what do you mean? My year clearly expired. Well, let's see if it remembers anything at all. If not, I'm just going to walk you through what it would have shown.
Sure.
All right, so it's not saying it here. So it would, underneath here, underneath the search box, it would say how many people actually searched for it per month, which is really cool. And on Google, it does the same thing. So if I were to type in again, painting techniques. And it would list it right in between this and the search. Right underneath there would say, 10,000 people searches per month. And it would just tell you right there. And then on the side, it would give you related key phrases and how many per month. Mine obviously expired because, like I said, I haven't been using it that much because I actually like to just use what I've shown you already. But I just wanted to give another option, and it's affordable. While I'm on here, though, Mike, I'm just going to show 2 other things that I use. So let me just go to, let's see here. So this is one of my videos. Of course, promoting Groove.ai, shocker of all shocks, right? Now, I have to say, my reputation is on stake here, so it has to be a good thing for me to promote it. Just saying. So I clearly trust you.
We'll
but at
take
the top
care of
here,
you.
yeah, you do. There's this extra box that you normally wouldn't have, and there are 2 plugins that I recommend for when you're using YouTube, and they're both free. One is called vidIQ, and it will give you a couple of searches free every search. You can pay for the paid version, which is $10 a month. I use that one because it gives me a whole list of key phrases every time I'm searching, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. And the second plugin is called TubeBuddy, and they're all listed in that document that I put together for you. So let's have a look at this one. We're going to the keyword inspector, and we're going to type in, I should really save this, painting techniques.
And would you mind hitting Control plus or Command plus to make your screen a little bigger?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. How was that?
That helps.
Yeah, that's
much
good.
better.
Okay. All right. So when I click search.
Harder for you, right? Like it.
Yeah, it's harder.
It gets tougher for you to present. Yeah, that happens to me. I have to compromise my sanity for a better video.
Right. And especially since this part here doesn't move. So as I scroll, it's just showing a little bit at a time for me. I'm guessing it shows you guys a bit more. I'm not sure. But you can see.
No, we're seeing it, but it's just we can read the text a little bit easier.
Okay, perfect. So for painting techniques, 6,600 people are searching for this per month. That's a decent size of people, right? That's enough people to build a business on. You know that. The competition for it, though, is very high. So it gives an overall scoring of how well would your channel do for this topic. And it keeps in mind your channel a bit too. Well, my channel is not about painting, so I wouldn't do very well. And it's like at 32. And you can actually organize this by score. You can organize it by competition, by search volume, by
Amanda,
clicking
did
on
you
them.
just say that it's connected to your current YouTube account that you're logged into? So your score might be different than Donna's score. That score might be higher for Donna because it's saying, oh, her account is more about painting, so her relevancy score, overall score, would go higher. Got it.
And TubeBuddy does that as well with the paid version. The free versions are just generic. The paid versions give you that little bit extra. I don't actually know how much TubeBuddy is for the paid version. I don't use it. There is one thing I do like about TubeBuddy that vidIQ doesn't do, and it does thumbnail split tests, which is really cool. So it's something I might turn on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it will tell you. So the point is, and it's not organizing it for me while I'm in this bigger mode. Let me just make it smaller for a second, and then I'll see if it organizes it for me. If I search by competition, yes. Okay, then I'll make it big again. So then it moved it by competition. So this one here has very low competition, painting do's and don'ts. And over 1,000 people are searching for this every month. And there's very little competition. There's not many people with videos related to this. So that would be a really great video to start for your channel, right? So this is another place where you can get ideas for videos. And I'm going to show you, let's see here, TubeBuddy, the extension for TubeBuddy. We're going to do the same thing, the keyword explorer. And do I need to make this is still big, or is that okay?
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Just like that.
Okay.
Or the other.
Yeah. So this one is the free level, and you can see where it says here weighted. If you paid the paid level, then it will rank these according to your channel. So that's pretty cool. But because I use vidIQ more than TubeBuddy, I'm good with this for now. But the nice thing here is it will tell you the search volume, and it will show you in green whether there's enough search, how much competition. There's not very much or like it's poor for competition. So there's a lot of competition. You'd really like to have, you know, green for the volume, green for the competition, and you'd really like to have green for all of them for optimization. That means of the people who have videos out there, how many of them have actually optimized their video with SEO? So that's what that one means. The thing I don't like about TubeBuddy is that it doesn't tell you the exact amounts. You don't know how much volume there is, right? So that's hard. They tell you how many videos come up when you look for it. So there's 75 million videos. It does say here, this is an estimate of the amount of searches. And so I retract my original. It didn't used to say this, so they've obviously updated that, which is great. So 128,000 for this search. This one is based on Google stats, and vidIQ is based on YouTube specific stats. So I like that. Mm-hmm. The nice thing about this though is it will give you other ways of your titles that are related to the same key phrase. So like painting techniques, acrylic on canvas, painting techniques, mushroom. Who knew that was a thing, right? And for walls, because, you know, Donna's going to come and paint my wall. And with vidIQ, you saw when we did the search here. There. Can you still hear me? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hear you fine.
Okay.
I'm going to step away for 30 seconds to lower the AC. I'm freezing. I'll be right back.
Oh, no
I'm
worries.
here with you. So you don't have to feel like you're talking to yourself.
Oh, thank you, Donna. So you can see in vidIQ when you do your search.
Are very popular. Painting
right.
mushrooms,
I love mushrooms.
Very popular. Yep.
Well, we can do like an enchanted forest on my wall with mushrooms.
I love it.
When I lived in New Zealand, we actually had the red mushrooms with the white dots in our backyard in the trees. So cool.
I love those.
And they were big. I felt like I was, you know, in a Disney movie. But in this one, in vidIQ, so you saw in TubeBuddy, it used your key phrase and then added on at the end, right? Or I guess for you guys, it's the other way around. And in vidIQ, it goes more by, well, what are people searching for? And it doesn't, like how to paint, painting, how to draw. It doesn't relate specifically to the keyword we gave it. And so that's why I like using both, because for SEO purposes, if you can do a couple of videos that start with the same key phrase and have a different take on them, that will really help your channel rank for that main key phrase. And then you'll become like the dominant channel that it will provide, like give as a search result. So I like using a combination of these. So anyway, I thought, let's see if Mike is warmed up yet from his AC.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Do you see me?
Yeah. Oh, there you are. Okay. I don't see you because I'm on my other screen, but I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I
that's
can
why
see you there in my little thing.
You're like, are you still hearing me? I see. Because you don't get feedback.
So that was the first thing. So I'm just going to stop sharing this for now. There. I think I've stopped sharing it now, right? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So those are some different ways to get video ideas that you can use on your channel as video advertisements for you, for your business, right? And as Mike teaches you, offer good quality, and then people will start wanting to have you as their teacher, and they're going to start promoting and sharing you. Now, there are specific things that we want to do to make YouTube happy so that it wants.
I just wanted to let everybody know that we posted in the chat this playlist, which is Amanda's playlist with different videos that have tools, and we've also posted
you
a
have
link
to see that fourth
to our
one
Facebook
because
group.
it's ridiculous.
And when you click the link that Donna put, the Facebook group will open up, let's see, like this. And then you simply click this link right here, right near the icon, like that.
Yes.
And what that's
And I will
do
be
is that's gonna
updating it.
open
I'll send Donna the link to the updated one. Because as you know, AI is constantly changing. I like what you do, Mike, where you just have it as a Google Doc so you can update it. I just haven't figured out how to not have other people
makes it
edit
easier that way.
Yeah, I like that. So
What's
I'll
that?
do that.
Well, you have to find
I
out
can help
what.
you with that. Definitely, Amanda. Just let me know.
Thank you, Donna. Okay.
Yeah. The single frustration is everyone will ask you to edit it. So you'll get tons of notifications of people asking you to edit it. Guys, if we share a Google Doc with you, just copy it over into your drive and then you can edit it to your heart's content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The
No,
other thing
thank you,
that's very
Donna.
annoying
I'll
is
take
when
it on it.
somebody goes like this, so they could copy it, and everybody sees that highlighted text, and they leave the Google Doc like that for 2,000 people to have to see because they
Yeah.
didn't have the courtesy to unclick off. But they don't know that everybody else is seeing it, so that's the problem.
No.
So,
Well, and
anyway,
even little
sorry.
things like when you highlighted that and you copy, to always first pop it into like a clean notepad, so it doesn't have all the behind the scenes stuff in there, and then pop it in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that strips all the tags, they say.
Yeah, I
All
do
right,
have
so
to say, I've obviously followed you, Mike, from platform to platform, and the way that Groove takes the copied over stuff is much friendlier. It's much easier. So if I forget to clean it, it's much happier. So
yeah, those are little things that my developers don't understand, and I'll spend an hour showing them. Now look, paste. You see how it's like I want, and they're like, well, I don't think you can do it. I'm like, no, you can, because look, if this editor can do it, we can do it. And then I push for those little things because it kind of drives me crazy when you lose your bold and your format and your paragraphs and your enter and all that stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I have noticed that, and yeah, it's awesome. So I'm very happy with that. It'll be my next video, obviously. No.
Okay.
All right, so we've gotten our video ideas. So the next thing is let me just explain very quickly how it works to get YouTube to want to promote your video, because that's the whole point, right? We want YouTube to do the work. We want Google to do the work. We just do the work one time and we let it finish it like forever and ever. And in order to do that, the algorithm has changed over the years. So at first, when I did my how to bake a cake video, the algorithm was based solely on keywords, which then people gamed the system. And they would get, somebody else would have found, oh, how to bake a cake is, a keyword people are looking for, and there's not a lot of competition. I'm going to say this is a how to bake a cake video. And when they open it, they're doing, I don't know, racing or something completely unrelated. Yeah. And they were just getting the views because they didn't get penalized for not having a good video. They had the right key phrase. And so that's how it got handled. But of course, YouTube noticed people are not happy. They're leaving the platform. This is not working on its own. We need to change something. So then they changed it to, let's make it about when people click on the thumbnail and the title, let's make that the main thing. Because then at least they're seeing what they're going to get, right? Which again, backfired, because then people were doing clickbait. It would say how to bake a cake. And again, you get the same idea, right? But this time it was based on visual rather than the behind the scenes. And then they realized, okay, what is our goal? Our goal is to get people to come to our platform, to watch videos, and to stay on our platform, because the longer they stay, the more money we make in ad revenue, right?
Retention and engagement, right?
Yeah. So
watch time and likes and comments.
Exactly. So what they did is they readjusted the algorithm for all three. So all three matter. Now, most YouTubers, famous YouTubers, will say SEO doesn't matter anymore. Well, not if you're just focusing on YouTube. But if you want Google to rank your videos as well, you definitely want to put your SEO in. And honestly, on
SEO
YouTube,
matters. I'm with you.
Yeah, and it's
matters.
Not
it's free, and and Amanda, how about the transcript of the actual text? Are they contextualizing everything that's said in the video, as well as the keywords and the description, the title tag, the engagement and the watch time? That's the whole algorithm essentially, right?
Exactly, the whole thing. It's everything. It's from conception to creation to publication. It's all of it is taken into account, and it listens to you. And that's why, again, you asked, how did my video do so well? Because I started, hi, today we're going to bake a cake. Who knew?
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't until like 10 years later that I actually added the subtitles. Right?
Yeah. Donna and I are very similar. She knows that I have a wide range of things that I watch on YouTube, but at any given point, I'll be on a kick where I'll be watching a lot of cooking videos and how-to tutorials. Some is food porn, right, where you're just watching the music and the glaze and all this beautiful stuff that they're putting on. And you're not really watching like Joshua Weissman. Everything he does is so gourmet. So now what we're going to do is I've gotten short ribs this, I'm going to grind all three, and I'm like, okay, I'm just watching this because it's awesome, but I'm never going to cook that. And then there's the more of the practical Adam Ragusa style cooking videos, or Food Wishes with John, like where they're literally giving you the steps. And I've noticed that like Michelle and I will both say the same thing. Like within 30 seconds, we're like, get on with it already. Like, because some people will get on and I'll say something like, we're 3 minutes into the video and this person is like just talking about, and you know, I went to the store with my daughter. Anyway, there was a car accident on the road and I'm just like, oh my God. And I skip out and I'm out. I'm like, I cannot watch this video because I came here to learn how to quote bake a cake and we can't even get started. So those things are important as well.
They are. And I actually created, again, this is like 10 years after the original, I re-edited it to just the steps really, really, really quick. I was very good at keeping it just about the steps, but I showed every step. You don't need to show the whole brushing of the pan. You know, you can start it and finish it and be done with it.
I'm going to show everybody here, Amanda. I think you'll enjoy this as well. I'm just going to share my screen, and let me see here. So, what is this guy's YouTube channel? Food Brothers. I just saw. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I'll look it up because I don't remember it. But basically, this guy is a YouTuber. He's been around for a while, and he's seeing that, you know, 7 years now doing cooking videos on YouTube. He's seeing that the TikTok is like completely different. It's like it's fast, and so he interviewed 3 TikTokers that are just completely blowing it up, and he categorized TikTok videos into 3 different types of videos. And it's a fascinating, I think, for anybody that wants to understand the difference between shorts and long form content. And it's funny to see somebody that to me is a young person, and he considers himself an old person and sees TikTok as like this, you know, like he's suddenly the old person. He's like, so I can't figure out this new algorithm. So I'll find that. I just can't remember his name or his channel, but I'll get that for you.
I'm glad you mentioned TikTok because that is a question that comes up a lot. Why YouTube? And the only other social media platform out there that is also a search engine that I know of is Pinterest. Everything else goes down the feed, gets forgotten. And so it's not going to work for you evergreen over time. That's why YouTube. And Pinterest is great if you happen to be in a niche that people want to pin ideas from. But for the majority of people, like, YouTube is the place where everybody goes for their, like, it really doesn't matter what your niche is. People want to see that visual. You know, some people might want to read, but now they just get ChatGPT to transcribe and they can read it. Because I know you like to read, right, Mike? But you also love watching the videos. So
yeah, I'm more of a visual learner. Audio visual. I found the let me put our little faces there next to it. I found the video. So I'm gonna let me just play like the first minute of it. I have to put it into Safari so that we can hear it. Let's hit the new button there. Let's hit that. Get rid of the timestamp, and let's just play that here.
So the world of content is changing quicker.
Oh, and by the way, he's pro home cooks. And I got to tell you, this is a fascinating video. I'm going to play a little bit of it, kind of like we do the others. But once he gets over to here, you can see it's more of an interview with this lady. So the first 6 minutes here, I think you're all going to find fascinating. So and Amanda, I think you'll find this fascinating too because it's on topic. So let's just watch this and see.
So the world of content is changing quicker than I think anyone can really comprehend at this point. Millions of people are flocking to platforms like TikTok to consume short videos. And for someone who's been making long videos on YouTube for the last 10 years, well, it's a bit confusing. So I decided to interview 3 of the most popular food creators on TikTok to hopefully get a better understanding of what the hell is going on. All right, so the first thing I'll say is I'm not an avid TikTok consumer. I prefer longer videos, but you know, I do find myself swiping from time to time. And also, I'm not a big food content consumer on the internet because I find that if I watch too much other content, it can start infiltrating my brain and can affect my originality on Pro Home Cooks, which I prefer not to do. But at the same time, you know, I don't want to be the old guy at the party. I got to keep my finger at least a little bit on the pulse. So I try try to understand what's going on. And from my research, I'm going to break TikTok food content into 4 different categories. Number 1 is just original to TikTok. We're talking born out of the TikTok algorithm womb, so original to this platform, and you won't see it anywhere else. Number 2 is storytelling content, where you have a sort of narrative storytelling over food being made. Number 3 is ASMR content, just quick food in your face with a lot of sound effects. I'm sure you've seen it many times. And number 4 is personality-based content. Basically what I'm doing on YouTube, where you have a mix of personality and food content together, a love child, but the short form version of that. So a great example of unique TikTok food content is Cooking with Linja, who I'm sure a lot of you have at least come across at some point. Her content is so original, and it's really come alive through the explosion of TikTok. Let's just stroll through to find one of her 95 million views. Jesus Christ.
It met my low expectations, yes.
So you've got a mix of a lot of things. You've got personality, you've got a little ASMR, you've got animations, effects.
We're getting there.
A lot of entertainment value.
3. The taste of the bread, the mix of
And
the
it's all within a short package of 42 seconds. Another great example, Gent Bentley. His dad was an Iron Chef, so he does a lot of content with his dad, which is actually its own category on TikTok. You see a lot of child-parent duo content where you have the younger person who understands how this works, like this guy who was an Iron Chef. And he'll do like really expensive fruit taste tests, just a perfect short package of content. He also will do content like this, where he just gives his dad a bunch of food and kind of puts him to the test. For instance, a piece of takeout pizza, and tells him to like do some crazy shit with it. And his dad just goes absolute beast mode, making some crazy stuff. Again, really well produced, just someone who understands the platform really well and has capitalized off a cool niche. So the next style of food content we're looking into is the narrative storytelling food content. And a great example of that is Rooted in Spice, who I've come across a few times.
As a New Yorker, I could always find cabbage rolls year-round, but for some reason, it just feels like a winter dish. It's such a classic cozy meal that's so popular in Poland, Ukraine, Romania, Turkey, Iran, and probably so many other places.
So basically, these creators have decided to pick a path. Rather than trying to pump all the specifics of the recipe and the story and the personality into one video, she's making an extensive meal right here, clearly, but she's just choosing to really focus on the story behind the recipe or the story of the actual recipe. So right here, you're coming away with not necessarily the specific information to make this recipe, but you can still get a lot of inspiration by seeing it made. Plus,
by the way, it's completely subjective, personal preference. I like this type of stuff the most. I like just hearing people's life stories. You know, my mother was born in Vietnam. Yeah. And then just watching the food, I find this type of stuff very good. But what's interesting is this is TikTok, not YouTube. So it's still short form.
Inspiration from the actual story behind the dish. And this type of content works great on TikTok. Another great example of this is the Korean vegan. And I actually interviewed Joanne, and she's got a fascinating story because she was actually a trial lawyer for many.
If you guys want to watch the rest of that video there, it's at Pro Home Cooks. And I got to tell you, it's fascinating in the sense if you want to learn like the differences between short form content and what works. And the interview with this lady, she's a former attorney, and Donna, right? You know, just as a former attorney. And she just said, hey, I've got a different passion. And she clicked on YouTube. So this is some fascinating stuff. And I think it was a little on topic what we were talking about. So go to Pro Home Cooks and bookmark if you want to see. I think it was his second to last video. You'll find it literally. It's his last video 6 days ago, and I had just seen it. So we'll get back to.
No, I really like hearing, like, seeing the different takes on it and stuff too. I have been playing around with the concept since I'm known as, you know, the cake lady. Even though it's no longer something after my coma, I could no longer bake. So it's not in the cards at the moment, but I have considered, you know, using the terminology of, you know, you have your foundation, right? Your business foundation, then you put your icing on it, then you decorate it, right? Like I'll have to talk with ChatGPT and see if I can come up with something.
Yeah.
But that'd be fun to make it more story-like. So yeah, what we were talking about is just to actually get people to click on your video. So you need people to be intrigued by them. You know, definitely want to click right away and watch it. Watch it all the way through to the end. Engage with your video. And also go to your call to action, right? We need all of that. And the going to your personal call to action, your business call to action, YouTube's not interested in that part. That part you do for yourself. So we need to strategically lay out the different call to actions that YouTube wants, as well as ours. And in marketing, we tend to only ever have one main call to action, right? Because we don't want to distract, right? Confused mind, no action. And in the YouTube video, what we can do is we can actually use them within the script at different points to encourage the main call to action at the end while giving YouTube what it wants, which is super cool. So I can give you just a couple of pointers for thumbnails, and then I'd love to move into a generic video script outline that would help you get that watch time that you need in order for YouTube to want to promote your videos. Does that sound good?
Yep. I'm sorry. I was just typing a little message to Donna.
Yeah, no worries. So let me go and share my screen, and let's go to YouTube. And I'm going to just show you some different thumbnails, and I'm going to just do some commentary on what I think is working and what is perhaps holding them back. So let me just share. And this one. Okay. All right. So let's go to.
Want me to share your screen? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's sharing now, right? So
yes.
We just want to go to the main homepage. I just want to get some video ideas here. So I love about your thumbnail here for today's video is how clean and clear it is with the purple sharp against the white. You can see you. I would have had you maybe fill up slightly more on the top area here of this. And actually, if I go to your video,
make my face a little bigger.
Yeah, I can actually show it without it constantly changing. Just give me a second here. I'll pause this because I have this. I can show it on here better. All right. Oh, these are also tools from vidIQ and from YouTube, TubeBuddy that tell you information, which is handy to know. All right. So on the thumbnail here, I would have had your head just a little bit higher just to fill you up because it's empty space.
If you click on the thumbnail, does it make it bigger?
I was wondering if it would. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking maybe it would open it up and then it wouldn't be seen by you guys, but you can see it, right?
And we should probably get some more poses of me. I'll just get on camera, right? I should probably get some more poses doing all those weird little things. I know they just work. I watched this guy. I'll even show this to you. I'll prove it to you. I'm going to show you this right here. This is a Gotham chess. You'll notice this on my homepage all the time as well. Actually, let me put that in here. And if we look at his thumbnails, he's been apologizing for this lately to his members. But he's saying, guys, if I put, championship match round 12. He says, I'm getting 60,000 views. He says, when I put this crazy look on my face, he says, I'm getting 600,000 views. He says, so yeah, accuse me of clickbait, but my point is to get you to watch the video. So you're going to notice just recently, he started doing, it's the same thing. I hover, right? So I'm going to try not to hover, but you're noticing he's changed his video channel to these weird faces. And if we go down just slightly before that, you'll notice it wasn't quite as
like there.
Yeah, it was more like this. You could see here, so you could see they started changing. He was using Magnus Carlsen or these different things, and he's realizing that right now just these weird crazy faces that he's doing are just getting more views for whatever reason. So I get your point. The point is to get people to notice and click.
Exactly, and the point there with those ones. And you can see it on here as well, is there are two things about that. Let me just go back here. So eye contact. That's why I want you larger, because when we see it on a mobile, I'm not sure if I make this small, would it make it small on our screen? Like if I minimize this, does it minimize it for you?
Yes,
then?
it gets small. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then you can see, you want to see what it's going to look like on a mobile, right? And you're a lot smaller there. Like your eyes are, you can hardly see them. So you want your eyes to be big, like in that one that you showed. And then the other thing is the expression, got the wrong one here. The expression on your face. Now you've got a lovely smile. Smiles work. People like smiles. But the emotion.
Happens to be a good picture. I don't get many of them.
The emotion is key. What he showed you on those other ones was the emotion, right? The shock, the wonder, and it can be any emotion. You could be,
So I'm going to put my screen on just for a second for you to see. So you're saying that I want to know how big this should be. It's not going to be perfect what I'm about to do right now, but it will allow me to make these a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So let's click here, and all right, let's see something like this.
Yeah.
Or even bigger.
Yep. I usually fill up pretty much all of this space. That would be great. Yeah. Because then your face is bigger. You could, I realize in this pose, you have your arms like that. So it's nice to at least see what you're doing with your arms. So what you've just done now is
see the arms. Okay.
Yeah. But
so
you can, just like the other guy did. Yeah. Like that. That's good. Yeah. Because it happens to be the pose that shows your expression.
Yeah.
But if the arms are not needed to show what it is that the expression is or the emotion is, then zoom in even closer.
I'd vote for zooming in closer. I don't like crossed arms. I said I'd vote for zooming in closer. I don't like crossed arms.
Has the subliminal of being closed off there.
That's
Mike.
Exactly it.
Yeah.
I know Mike really loves this picture, but I really
look. I'm just saying. No, I've got. We did about 60 photos that day. This way, pointing, looking this way. This happens to be the one that's become because I used it on my Facebook. But
sort of the
there are other versions of me. I think I have me doing some pointing like this. Looking up like this, this just has become the default.
Were the one who taught me probably like 10 years ago. And it was, I think it actually was, I got the idea from when you were promoting the cruise, and it was a picture of you and you were like pointing like you're going to come.
Oh, that old Mike Fulsame pointing. Yeah. I had a blue shirt on and black slacks, and
see,
I just got
you
my
were
hair
ahead of your time already. Yeah.
And it was a point, off to the side, like that.
But it works because it catches the attention, like, oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Right. So you can revisit that part of you that's in there and release it.
We'll have to go through the Google Drive. We have a few of them.
Yeah. But you can see here on my screen here, yours compared to the one next to you, right? And he's like, shh, right?
Yeah.
And
his
so
is
the
much
one
more engaging.
Yeah. And the one beside that, now that one is about like tarot and meditation. So even though she's smaller there, she's showing the full emotion of peace, right? This one down here, the Etsy one, you can barely see her face at all, right? But the thing that she does have going for her is very short words and very big. Like you really want to try to do 3 to 5 words maximum.
3 to 5 words is what I heard in the thumbnail, right?
Because
and then
when you
more
make
of a description
small,
in the title tag.
And not to put the same thing in. So you wouldn't have how to bake a cake and then in the title, how to bake a cake. It would work for SEO, but it does not work for catching interest.
Yeah, catching interest, the most important thing would be the thumbnail, and then the SEO for the title tag. The other thing, it might even have been you, Amanda, that said this on the last time we did the Groove-A-Thon for AI, was that we got to remember 70% of people are watching YouTube videos on their mobile device. So the thumbnail on the iPhone, right, if you see me in the bottom corner there, is really, really small. And then the text, if you have more than 4 words, is almost impossible to read.
Yeah. And as long as the picture is grabbing the attention, they will then check out the title to see what is this about. So you don't even have to feel obligated to put any text, so you can do a comparison and try, 24 hours with
like
text,
the guy next to
24
me.
hours without.
On both sides of me, there's no text.
Right. And that
on the screen.
Rosanna's little cake pizza down there, right? That in itself, you can tell it's a pizza, but it's a cake and you're intrigued and it looks yummy.
Yeah.
Or that's just my food devil talking. I'm not sure.
No, it looks great.
Yeah. So for yours, like there's a lot of text. So on little, you're not going to read it, right? And the information in there can be in the title. And with the title as well, so you've got your Mastering AI Transform, which is a great title, which you obviously know because you're, copywriter. But if you want to add more SEO, you can. This first part is short because that's what's going to show. So you need the most important part to be in the beginning. And then afterwards, you could do something like dash and then Groove.ai Groove-A-Thon. And you would start ranking your videos specifically for that because it's on there. It's not distracting to the person looking for the video because it's like the extra tag along, but it does help with your SEO. And it categorizes it for the viewer. Yeah.
Right.
Right. So, yeah, I do that a lot. I have I have a series and it's like Online Business 101. So I have the name of whatever it is. And then at the end, Online Business 101 consistently, and SEO wise, if it was at the beginning, it would work better. But for people wise, put it at the end. It'll still work for SEO. And it gives them that idea of, oh, there are more of these. I should go look for them. So I just wanted to touch on those two things. I'll, well, actually, you can stop sharing my screen. I'll keep it available. And we can actually.
And I'll put mine on. And now we got about 30 minutes, Amanda. What we're going to do is we're going to take a 3-minute break.
Okay.
To pay the bills, as they say, right? We'll do a 3-minute commercial for Groove.ai. Remember, folks, we're closing today. Some of you asked what's going on after. Just like we did with Groove.cm, we raised the price from originally $497. We don't talk about that much. That was Groove Pages when it first came out. It was lifetime at $497. Quickly went to $1397, then $1497, then $1997, $2497, and now $2997. So we're also giving a bonus right now that's giving you 1,000 1,000 words a day for a century. So it's basically an equivalent of 37.5 million words, and that equates to in or out into the algorithm, whether you paste or get output out, 1,000, the equivalence of writing an email that would be 1,000 words, which is a lot, right? Even a blog article can be 500 words. So 1,000-word email every single day for a century. That's the credits that we're giving you as a free bonus. So we can only guarantee that till midnight tonight. Likely we'll be putting a sold out. And then after that, we're going to be redoing our content with a new price point without the bonus, redoing new webinars and different things like that. So make sure to get in, because you want to be one of those people that say, I got in at the beginning and paid the lowest price. If I were to log in today, every single sale I would show you for Groove.cm, people that are taking the lifetime are paying 4 payments of $997. They're paying $4,000 when they could have gotten it for $1397. Don't let that be you. Take action. Watch this short 3-minute video for more information. And we're going to be back with our final 25 minutes with Amanda in just 3 minutes. Hey there, it's Mike Filsame's AI Avatar. Thanks for tuning in to our Groove-A-Thon. We hope you're enjoying all of the great AI content we're serving up for you. But before we get back to the show, we've got a quick message about Groove.ai. Have you noticed that AI is becoming like streaming platforms? Remember when cutting the cord with cable companies was all the rage? Well, now there are a dozen streaming services, and the cost can add up quickly. The same is happening with AI. Yes, there are great platforms out there, but the cost can be as high as $4,000 a month or more. That's why we created Groove.ai as a backup project. It's going to provide you with the best AI solutions at a fraction of the cost, and it's coming just later this year. And with our limited lifetime deal, you'll have lifetime access to all of the top features of Groove.ai when it's released. And right now you can get that for just 1 payment of $897 or 2 payments of $497. And with our wholesale pricing on AI, you'll save up to 8 times what the other leading brands are charging. But we don't just save you money. We also offer the benefits of a marketplace. That's right, we're making a marketplace for other AI developers to create cool apps for you. Don't find the task or workflow for your needs? There's going to be a marketplace where others are extending our platform with powerful AI tools. Just like how iOS, Android, WordPress, Google Chrome, and Shopify are better because of their marketplace that extends the values of their technology. Soon, when Groove.ai is released, you will have access to a full suite of AI tools, including content creation, copywriting, image creation, and so much more. This will allow you to streamline your content creation and get even better results for your business. What makes Groove.ai different? Well, number one, we give you wholesale pricing on AI, and we don't lock you into one technology like OpenAI. You'll be getting OpenAI, Google's powerful AI engine, Stable Diffusion, everyone out there you'll be able to connect to. The other platforms are built on just one technology. And our lifetime deal, you'll never have to worry about monthly payments again. And here's something special for all customers who back our project before we close. Those customers get a massive bonus of 3.5 million words of free AI content. That's equivalent of getting 35,000 emails with 1,000 words each. That's right, it's a 1,000-word email every day for a century. So don't miss out on this incredible bonus. Act fast and become a backer of Groove.ai before midnight. So don't wait too long. This lifetime deal is only available for a limited time. Once the backer project is complete and Groove.ai is released, the lifetime deal will be gone forever. After that, it will cost $99 a month or $9.97 a year. So if you want to take advantage of this incredible opportunity and save big on your AI needs, become a backer of Groove.ai before it's too late. Don't wait. Join the community of over 1,500 people that have already backed this project. As a backer, be the first to experience the power of AI when it's released later this year. Now, let's get back to the AI Week Groove-A-Thon with the real Mike Filsaime.
Now get ready for the power of Groove-AI. Become a backer of Groove today.
Let's get back with the real Amanda van der Gulik.
Right. I don't think I've met the AI version of myself yet. I'll have to work on that.
Yeah, it's Hey Jen. I don't know if they're still doing a version for free, but it used to be called Moviola, but maybe it's pretty cool stuff. Definitely made my life easier. And one of the things we noticed there, folks, you'll notice where we were talking about the price and talking about the bonus and talking about certain things, you'll notice that my voice went like this to like this. That was me doing a voiceover because we changed some of the offer from the internal. So if you want to make sure you get in on the best offer that we've ever made, make sure to do it today within the next 9.5 hours. All right, so Amanda, I'm going to share my screen back again for us.
Okay.
Now, do you want to, I'll let you go. You tell us where we're going next.
All right, so actually I'll share my screen again. I'm going to give a couple of tips and then I'd like to get into the video script layout. Excuse me. Okay, so thank you. I just want to give you a couple of not chips, but maybe I'm hungry again. Tips for the layout of your channel. All right, so and again, I can make this smaller to show you. So you can see how when it's small, see how little, like how hard that is to read the top there. So on a mobile device, it doesn't actually show it that way. So what happens is when you upload your image, your channel banner, this section here that says turn your passion, that part there, that's the only part that actually shows on a mobile device. And then as the different devices get bigger and bigger, then more of this shows up. So the stuff on the side is just extra. You don't put anything there that is needed, but you can put things there that are helpful, that are suggestive, but they won't actually be seen on smaller devices. So you want the stuff that is needed to be seen in that center bit. It is a good idea if you are the face of your business to have your face so people feel connected. If you're not the face of your business, you don't need to have a person there, right? But you could still just use a stock image as well, because there is something about seeing a person or at least seeing themselves in that position, as you know, Mike, and that helps. And
yeah, lets them know they're on the right channel.
Yeah, exactly.
The celebrity sometimes.
If you're able to, if it works in your schedule to post weekly, which I was doing for a long time. I haven't updated my title. I have not been doing this for a couple of months, but people seem to forgive me on it, is to put in new episode and then whatever day and whatever time. And it's just like the old fashioned TV where you'd go Monday night, 7 o'clock and watch Friends, right? And you look forward to it all week. for the next episode. And so that's just a little extra thing that if you're going to be consistent, which is helpful, then put that on there. And then people will, and it'll help with your rankings as well, because then people will come back, especially at that time. Like every Saturday at 12, I'm excited because Rosanna Pansino uploads her next, ridiculous and fun foodie video. And everybody at that time is like, oh, I want to see what do they have showing? Maybe Donna posts her videos every Saturday morning that people get their cup of coffee ready, and then they're going to sit down and watch Donna's video. And it helps trigger the initial views. So that's what that is for. If you're able to stick to a schedule. If you're not, don't worry about it. Again, these are all extra things that will help, but not all of them are needed. Another little subtle thing I have here on the side, and is only visible on a laptop or on a computer, is just the subliminal messaging of subscribe with an arrow pointing down. And for them, it would have a subscribe button down there. This is my channel, so it's not offering that, obviously. In this section here, right underneath the arrow, can you see that, Mike? Do I need to make it larger?
You might need to make it a little bigger.
Yeah. See how it says rank videos fast there?
Mm-hmm.
That is a link, right? That's a link. And then in this case,
it looks like an overlay. Right.
Yeah.
Is that something new?
So that is something that, and I'll show you where to set it up in a second, but you can have more links. You can have 5, I think is the maximum, but don't. Just have one main call to action. This is where that internet marketing comes in again, right? Have one main thing you want them to go to. Originally I had, my one main thing, and then I had my Facebook and my Twitter and my Pinterest, but then you're scattering people. So just have that one main thing that's related to your channel.
Just like a funnel, one call to action rather than a menu at a brand website.
If you click on this one, you'll actually go to this book that we're going through. You'll get your download. Like that's what it happens to be right now. And I change that from time to time, depending on what I'm working on. And then
how many words you can put there? Are you kind of like maxed out?
It's, I think maybe, again, it depends on the amount of characters, but maybe like 25 to 30 characters. So let me just make this
I'm wondering if like free PDF could fit in there
exactly. Yeah. And you just want to make sure that it relates back to your, like, that it makes sense, that they have a reason to click on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have the option to do that. See how there's a bigger video and then the smaller ones? And this is your channel trailer. And you can create a channel trailer that talks about your channel and encourages people to subscribe, or you can use it as a billboard to put your recent video on to get more initial views, which is very helpful. So
and this is for the homepage tab, right?
Yeah, this is for homepage tab, and you can choose a different video for people who are subscribed and people who are not subscribed. So you could have, for people who are not subscribed, you could have a channel trailer and telling them about your channel.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. And then for subscribed people, they already know your channel, so then you could use it as a billboard for your latest video, or one that you particularly want to see.
Do you have to manually change it, or do you have a setting that says put latest
video? I'll show you in the dashboard here, and you go down to, let's see here, customization, and then you choose a trailer for people who haven't subscribed and for returning subscribers.
And for the current subscribers, when you click over those dots, is there a setting that says latest upload?
So it's just, no, you just change the video. But when you change the video, I don't know if, no, it is a specific one. So it's not the latest upload. But the workaround for that is this. Let me go back here so you can see it. So YouTube has the ability for you to just say, to put a playlist across your main home channel with the newest uploads. But in there, so if I were to add a section, it would say here, like, let me see here.
Popular.
Playlists, and then single playlist, and then you could, oh wait. Yeah, you already saw it. You saw it popular videos, right?
I noticed, I would say probably about 30% of the YouTube videos, because I've noticed when I go to somebody's channel, I watch a lot on Apple TV, and I'm so used to going to look for them for their most recent video, and sometimes I'm like, oh, that's not the most recent, that's 4 years ago, and then I'm realizing, oh, they're highlighting popular videos. But what's good is because they're like, this is the video where I struck gold and this got 9 million views, this got 7 million views, and if it's working, why not show it to anybody that's at the channel, which creates a self-fulfilling prophecy there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It used to have the option here of most recent, like the newest uploads. They've taken it away. But what I did is I created a playlist and I called the playlist newest uploads. And I did that because when I was using just theirs, newest uploads, then it would show everything that I uploaded. But maybe I uploaded a video that was something that I wanted to show temporarily, but not considered like for all time. Or maybe there's other ones I wanted to showcase
I'll
in the
give you
newest
an
uploads.
example of that. I'll give you an example of that,
Okay.
Amanda. So you're saying that you want the newest uploads to be the content that would be basically more like newsletter. Hey, this is a new video that I want to show you today. There are some more, what I'll just use the term mechanical videos that I'll put onto the channel every now and then, where I'm loading a webinar replay. And then I'm loading up another webinar replay called short version, right? And these are things that I might just be using in Groove Video, or I might be using on a page, just, like, a Groove-A-Thon replay page, short version recap, but it's not necessarily, it's something that I'm just using to host my video. But I don't want that I just added these 4 videos to now be, somebody's going to come to my channel and be like, do I really want to be part of this channel? What about webinar replays? As opposed to the latest update content.
Exactly. Yeah. And that way, you have a bit more control, and you're still putting in the newer versions of those videos. So you're still fulfilling that. But you're just having a bit more stream.
But you have to manually tag them.
Nicer. What's that?
When you're uploading the video, when you upload the video, you have to tag it to go into newest uploads. It doesn't automatically know.
Yes, you would add it to that playlist.
Gotcha.
Exactly. If you wanted it in there.
Or leave it out. Yeah.
Or leave it out. Exactly. Yeah. So let me just go back here. And so then what you want to do is, so I highly recommend doing the newest, but creating it as a playlist that you're in control of. And then sort your videos into series if you possibly can, because then you're going to have, again, you're encouraging people to watch one after another. So I have one here. This is the one I told you about before that was like Online Business 101. Right. And this is my YouTube SEO. I tried keeping thumbnails similar. Like these thumbnails are a bit better, up close, less words. These ones are a little bit more convoluted. This one did well with just a face. Oh, look, guest expert on Groove-A-Thon. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got to showcase those.
Basically, you have to look at your channel the same way you're looking at something on Disney Plus or HBO Max or Netflix, right? If there's a series, on, let's say, Disney, right? Let's say there's a series for one of their TV shows, like let's say Loki or WandaVision or something. That would be a series. But then sometimes they'll even create collections, right, where they'll say, the MCU in order, right? Like, and it's so I've seen them take the same content and repurpose it in different playlists that would be considered a category, which is interesting for me, because sometimes my brain wants to think, okay, I only want to see the Pixar shorts or the classics or things like that.
Exactly. Oh, and so another one is, so for the most part, just do a single playlist because it's easier for the viewer. But you can have a couple where it's like multiple playlists. So this is a good example where I've just got reviews, and then I've got like AI, Groove, Kartra, all the different, but they're categorized. So whatever people are interested in, they would go to that playlist, and so on. And then you can pop your shorts. If you do lots of shorts, you can put them near the top. I don't do that lots of shorts. This one's kind of ridiculous. Have fun enjoying that one. And in my case, I happen to share a bit more about my personal journey and then where the channel started. I would never, ever, ever recommend anyone have as many different niches on one channel as I do. I just haven't had the time to separate my channels. And I, over the years, have gotten to be known for those key phrases anyway, that it doesn't affect my ranking. But if you were starting
I understand what you're talking about, right? You have the clever dough lady right, which was baking. It certainly was a baking channel. I'm sure you've had that struggle where every time you look at it, you're like, should I get rid of it and focus more on digital marketing? But like, but it's kind of working. So you're just leaving it and it's not affecting. But, you know, Matt Wolfe was talking about that as well. Like he tried many different formats and then he came across AI and it caught. He said, hey, people like this. And so he's become known as an AI channel. But he didn't go back and delete all those other videos, right? But moving forward, he knows what his channel's about. Yeah,
exactly. And for my case, I put all 3 logos together to show the incorporation, and I use my cake and I use my financial literacy for kids. I use them as examples for the internet marketing. So I've made it work. That's why I was talking about maybe using the analogy of building a cake as building your business. Something I'm thinking about. But I want to show you.
Noticed that if you're oh, it's okay. We can go over a little bit. I've also noticed that a lot of YouTubers like to keep the length and the style of the content, not necessarily if it's a series. Like they may have a series like, you know, Ask Me Any Questions or, you know, Taste Test Tuesday, whatever that may be in a cooking channel. But if like, I'll give you for instance, like on the chess channels that I watch, when it comes to the news and the training, they put that in one place, but then they have a separate channel where they're putting their clips. Like these are just these little clips where they're actually live streaming, and it's just like how to mate somebody in 7 moves. And they're creating like separate channels because they want to keep the content specific when the person's coming to that channel.
Yes. Yeah, and it does affect, but it won't affect. It does affect if you have shorts or you have long form. It was competing with the algorithms. Like YouTube was having trouble competing with itself. But they're getting better, and it will get more uniform, and it won't make such a difference, you know, as we go forward. But it did definitely, you know, have a negative effect. Is like, oh, you're the 20-minute video person, but now you've got a 30-second. Like it was messing with it, but they're figuring it out. So just hang in there.
Yeah, I noticed that podcast people like to put their long form 2-3 hour podcasts on one channel, and then they create a clips channel where they're breaking it up and then putting it into clips.
Yeah. So you can totally fine tune all that and take the most of that, but it takes a lot of effort. So you have to really think how much.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you're a full-time YouTuber, if this is an addition to the 30 things you're doing in your business, it's fine just to leave it all in one. Yeah.
And that's why we're focusing more on the SEO and getting the long views rather than the entertainment factor of it. Obviously, if you're entertaining, it'll help. But because we're looking for just that long-term, consistent, evergreen traffic flow to our business, right? We're not trying to become a famous YouTuber. If it happens, sweet. Right. But it's a different purpose. Right.
Yeah.
So I want to just quickly show these are the SEO things you want to be looking at in your video. So SEO, search engine optimization. This is you telling the computer, telling the algorithm what your video is about. So it knows how to categorize it, and it can then have it as an option when people go to search for something. It's called search traffic. So this is not homepage traffic. This is not suggested traffic. There are other strategies that work on those, and we use all of them together. But search is your foundation. It's baking the cake. And so in your video title or in the thumbnail, if you can have a keyword or an image that's related to the main topic, that is an SEO benefit. But as far as clickability overrules SEO for the thumbnail. So you have to figure out what's going to work best. So in this case, when it's like which AI is best for your business, I have the words ChatGPT, I have the word Jasper and Groove.ai. So it's seeing those words, right? And spoiler alert, Groove.ai is the best. Just saying. Okay. But I am very, very conservative in my review there. But the thing is, you want to have your
question for you.
Yeah.
Amanda, and you might have said this, I looked away for a second. Do you think that Google is reading the text in your thumbnails and adding that as a meta title?
I think so.
Because I'll tell you something. Yeah, I've sometimes, you know, when you're like, oh, I want to watch that video, I want to watch that video, I want to watch that video, and then you go back to YouTube and it refreshes the page, and you're like, oh, I lost that video I wanted to see. But all you remember was the text on the thumbnail. not the title, which was very different. And sometimes I'll type what I saw in the thumbnail and it pulls it right up. And I'm like,
And it pulls
so,
it up.
so I'm pretty, I'm sure they're doing that. Why wouldn't they?
It captures the information and it knows what you have been suggested, right? Like, because it can remember everything, which is amazing. Okay, so let's just see here. All right. So these are the different areas. So on your thumbnail, if it makes sense, you have to keep that in mind. If it makes sense, if it's going to stop people from clicking, then don't do it. But if it makes sense, go ahead. In the title, absolutely, if possible. And the way you can make it interesting, you need to have a combination of the SEO, the keyword, and intrigue. So a good example would be my how to bake a cake is the keyword. How to make it interesting without butter and milk, right? Or without an oven, or like something like that, right? So something that causes the viewer to go, huh? I got to see this. That's what you're aiming for. You want your keyword in your description, and you want to have it in the top sentence. And when you go to the video, you're only going to see the top 3.
Can you make your screen a little bigger?
Yes.
Just one click. That should be good. Thanks.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Much better.
Yeah. So there are 3 lines here, right? Well, there are 4, but only 3 of them are actually going to show. When you go to this video, oh good, it's on mute. And you scroll down, see how it's got the first line here, the second and the third, and then you'd have to click show more. So this is a strategy for your business, is to make sure you have a clickable link in those first 3 lines. If you want them to go somewhere, put it right there. Don't make them say show more. All right. And so you want to have, so in this case, it was, the ChatGPT versus, right? So I didn't put it in the first one, so I made sure it was in the second line. As long as your key phrase is in those first 3 lines, that's important for SEO. If you can put it in the very first line, that will help even more. Take a look over here at my keywords. I want you to see this as well. Let's have a look at the rankings, what they are. Look at that. Wow, it's doing well. So I'm the first position for a good portion of these, and there's a reason for that. And if I quickly show you my how to bake a cake video, it'll show it even better. How to bake a cake at home for beginners. Just because I've been messing around with the, I update the keywords every once in a while, and then it takes a little bit for it to re-rank. So I just gave it a longer one so I knew it would come up. And then I'll just wait for it to come up here. So it's just loading. I want to show you what to do with your keywords. Okay, now I've just rebaked this so it's possible. Actually, look, it's doing really, really well. I had dropped down to like 27th place every time I fiddle around with it, but I'm back up there again. But what I want you to do is have a look at the pattern. How to bake a cake. How to bake a cake for beginners, for beginners from
what
scratch.
What does that number represent? The 2 and the 1 and the 3 and the 7? What does that represent?
Second search engine results for YouTube.
For all of YouTube, it doesn't matter.
Isn't it?
Just
for search. Yeah, for search. Obviously,
Yeah.
it also takes into account people's other interests, right? So if there was another person they liked who they were already subscribed to and their video ranked lower than mine, it would probably come up first anyway because they're already, right?
Oh, gotcha. But for the most part, if you're in
Yeah.
incognito and you're
If
not
you're
signed into
incognito
Google,
and search,
yeah,
yeah.
right. You're gonna get so you're ranking number 1 for a lot of these things.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
the majority of my videos rank because I use all these things. Obviously, you're going to have ones that don't. And when you start, it takes a little bit to prime your channel, to get it to understand what your channel is about. And if you confuse it like I do, then it might take you a little bit longer.
And your channel also has to get authority. For the most part, Google's not going to give you any authority until they see a little bit of consistency. You've got a few videos, you've got a number of subscribers, you've hit a certain point, what I would call the critical mass. And then at that point, you've reached, the escape velocity, and they're like, okay, so wow, you're posting consistently, you've got a consistent theme here, and you've got some followers, and then they're going to start giving you more love. So I think there's an important thing probably, Amanda, is that we want to let people know, if you don't get results for the first 90 days, don't get distracted, right? It's it's Google's looking to see, are you committed to this? Because if you are, we'll find out, and then we'll start putting you into the suggested feeds and recommended tabs for different people. But at the beginning, it could be a little tough.
Well, and like with Donna's channel, if we wanted to get her to get authority faster, we would literally focus on doing like 7 to 15 videos all about painting techniques, different techniques, but using that main key phrase and being repetitive that way just to jumpstart the channel. And then it will get known for that. And if you look at here, so look at this title, it's really long, right? When you're first starting out, put the whole title in your tag, because nobody else is going to have that title, or very few people. And then you will rank, you will get authority for that whole title. And even though it's something people are really not likely to type in, it's going to help trigger and get it to realize, oh, this is an area you are the expert in because nobody else has this. And then it will look at the shorter key phrases within that longer title. Isn't that cool?
And I noticed, yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, don't be afraid that it's too long, because it's about search relevancy and keyword. What about noticing that you're using up at the top there, you're using a couple of different emojis. Is that any strategy there, or just fun, or just curious?
That helps stand out. It won't make a difference with your SEO. I've noticed that it really doesn't matter. It doesn't change my rankings if I take them away or not. I choose them because either I want to make them look friendly and inviting, or where was the one I had here? Oh, not this one. I have another one. And I put the little AI chatbot, this one here, right? Because that's what a lot of people are recognizing right now for the AI, right?
Gotcha.
So you don't want to overdo it, but
no,
just,
you don't
want to overdo
it. Yeah.
If you look for the search results and you see your competitors all have emojis, then don't have it in yours, and then you will stand out. Right?
Yeah. So you want to be slightly different from the crowd, right?
If they're all using blue,
one of these things doesn't belong here, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing a blue shirt, wear a red one.
Right.
Just something cool. I'm just going to put in here. Again, I apologize that my ChatGPT right now has all of those other icons, but it'll go away in just a second. Or tiles, I should say. Make that a little bigger. But you could say something like this: how to bake a cake for beginners during Christmas.
Yes.
I'm doing this just for a reason. So,
yeah.
But what I'm going to do here, well, I spelled that right. I guess they don't like the not capital C. And so let me show you this. Write this all in emojis. So you can actually have ChatGPT convert any sentence for you into emojis. Whoops,
yes,
that's wrong. That was supposed to be like this. Let's do it like this. I don't want a recipe. Write this sentence.
They gave you both. The sentences at the top.
Oh, they did. Oh, there it is.
Yes, they did. And then they gave extra suggestions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How? Question.
Right.
Question thinking, right?
Yeah.
Bake a cake. That's a baker. 2 bakers for Christmas. And all 3 of those were for Christmas.
Right.
So that's interesting. It can or it can just give you, like suggestions for, you can just say, give me an emoji for it's JI.
It's good with spelling mistakes. It's fine.
Yeah, there you go. So you've been seeing that bot a lot. I think we've even used it, that there's an emoji for AI. So if you want to put one at the beginning of your subject line, by the way, this will work in email as well. So sometimes you want to add that at the beginning or the end of your subject lines for email as well.
Yes. Oh, and that was another thing I've learned. I'm pretty sure I learned it from you. So my sender name, I have a little hug face next to my name. It's just so that it pops out and they see it and becomes this. Yeah, I know. my wife says it's the accolades or the whatever you call it. I'm like, no, it's a hug.
Yeah, literally the company that we talk about all the time, Hugging Face .co, they literally use that that Hugging Face icon as their icon there. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just finish this quickly, and then I think what we can do, Mike, for the video script and the promotions, since we actually went over that, maybe when we finish this in a few seconds or a few minutes, then you could just show them where that video is. And then if they want to learn more about how to get that watch time, we already did that.
Sure. I think I have that channel. I'll get that posted up. And then I think we already posted that.
Yeah.
I'll show that just real quick right now.
The 1
so
hour
Donna
mark.
posted a link in the chat. We'll post it again, and that video is this one right here, right? The third one down.
Groove-A-Thon. Yes. Yeah, and it's
I think
it's 1 hour in.
That,
yeah.
So I'll just literally post this video in for Donna to paste in the chat, or I guess I could do it.
It's also in the Facebook link. If you click on that Facebook link, it has both the attachment and the video on it. There's a link to the replay video and the attachments there. So that's actually the easier one.
So when you and that's, you got to be a member of the Groove.cm official. So here's the YouTube video of that replay. When we click that, you'll have to go in
about an hour. I think it was an hour.
Yeah, right in here, you'll see Amanda in the video with Donna.
Oh, wait, that one's the one from when you and I
that's
were
Donna's.
on.
Oh, yes, that's a good one
too.
too.
That's the one.
So Donna, you could edit it.
Yeah, that's not not an AI one. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Okay, no problem. So Donna, you can maybe just update that post and add that link and put both.
But that's a good one too to help, because we go over the YouTube strategy in there, and it's a bit more over the shoulder.
Yeah, and then so this one here, you'll find Amanda right here, somewhere around the 1 hour and 14-minute mark.
Yeah.
This is Amanda, and I went over a lot more using AI and ChatGPT, as you can see.
Yes.
So you'll be able to watch that there. And in fact, Amanda and we promised a part 2 to that we're going to be doing for the Groove.ai members that I have to get with you tomorrow to set up a date. So if you're a member of Groove.ai, we have a private training going on where we're going to continue where we left off on that training as well.
Yeah, we're going to do all these strategies, but using AI to help us do it all, to make it so much faster.
Okay. All right. And last thing you wanted to leave us with, Amanda, before we wrapped up for today?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know. So you scroll down, that's where you put your tags in. And you can have, if you have the vidIQ and the TubeBuddy installed, it will give you suggestions as well. See these recommended? So I use both plugins because I find it helpful to get the suggestions from both. And you want to choose the category I would recommend for most people is education, unless you're specifically something else. And I would only put hold potentially inappropriate comments. You want to let most people comment because it will help you. Even if they say something not nice, other people will stand up for you. It's amazing. And there are more strategies, but it's all in the book that I've given you guys access to, all the other bits and bobs too. So that was it for that then.
Thank you so much for that gift, Amanda. We really appreciate you coming on and spending a good 2 hours with us today.
I love working with you guys.
And we're going to get even more with you. As I said, I'll reach out to you tomorrow once all this Groove-A-Thon is done. We'll look at our calendar, we'll set a date, and we'll do some more training, focused more on the AI and the ChatGPT. That was the whole thing, is we were going to step up the game and modernize it. I do see some interesting stuff in that AIPRM stuff that I want to play around with. That's going to give me some good ideas for Groove.ai as well. I just hate that it hijacks my entire ChatGPT.
I know.
That's the thing, is they need a toggle switch to just clean up the just give me a little icon. That's all I need, an on or off.
Well,
maybe they do have one.
Yeah, at least now that you've got it pinned, you could just toggle it on and off in the extensions. So it's for something now.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do this. Let me just click on ChatGPT and see when I click on the. I don't even know which one it is. Let me see if I even have it pinned. I have it pinned, so it's this one here. So let's see when you click on that. Ugh.
Oh, it just opens it.
Is that the toggle?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you
No,
have
it
to do
still
in
adds
that
it.
thing.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it would
Oh, that would've
have
been
like a little settings. What is this?
Just like the keywords everywhere had it, where you could just
Oh, that's the
toggle it right
keywords
on and off.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I think this is keywords everywhere, right? Is that what that is? Yeah.
It's
So
a
keywords
round one.
everywhere
Oh, it's the second
is a
one. The
K.
second one.
So I
see
can
it's got the
see.
toggle right
That's
there.
all I want. I want a
Yeah.
little off button, just like that. I can't believe they haven't thought of that. You know,
Yeah.
that even if it's temporary, just for that particular session. All right.
Did you try that hidden thing? I wasn't paying attention. I know we looked at it before, and then you didn't do it. Did you try hitting that hidden?
No, the hidden is just stuff that you're hiding from the community. What are they telling me?
Got
How
it.
do I? Okay. So like if I click hidden, like I have my own hidden, but
Oh,
it
you'd have to
doesn't like
upgrade
hide
that.
like the UI.
Got it.
Yeah. And I like that I could add a new prompt template. I like that, and then put that in my own for my the prompts, that we were. I might do a little case study on this as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do a case study a week for moving forward. But so that's it. Amanda, thank you very, very much. I appreciate you coming in. We're going to say goodbye to you here, and I'll be in touch.
Well,
And
it was
in the
very
chat,
sweet of you to
everybody.
ask me to come. And thank you for all the lovely comments. I totally forgot to look at them. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you were teaching. That's okay. That's I was doing all the highlights. So take care, Amanda. Great to see you. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Whoops. Oh, you did it just like I hit you as well there. So that's it. What we're going to do today, we're going to go pretty strong on asking you to check out, because this is it. This is the last chance to get the Groove.ai. You can get all of your case studies at /case studies, and just go to Groove.ai, get rid of the case studies here, and you will notice that you have everything that you need to make an informed decision. You can download the mind map. You can watch the entire replay, which it's the entire informative of the project. Then you have the 10-minute commercial that we're going to play to lead out here today. You have a summary of all of that stuff and a recap going all the way down here at the checkout. And we have turned this on for you for the last day. You can get it for one payment of $897, two payments of $497, or right here, the happy hour extended to the end of the day, 4 payments of $250. You're going to get inside of that Facebook group. And AI is the future. As we said before, AI is not going to put anybody out of business. People using AI are going to put people that are not using AI out of business. So your choice is to go on and do what I'm suffering to do right now and pay all of these different companies that I have subscriptions for to handle my my cutting up my videos with latte.social or Chatbase and all these things that I'm demoing, because I have to show you how AI works so that you can understand how powerful it is. But at the same time, we're creating this so we don't have to pay several $1,000s a month in things that are going to make our business better. And I'm seeing things that are happening on my screen for ChatGPT with that plugin. It has all of those different things. We're going to put all of that into one easy to use interface for you, where you're getting AI at wholesale. So we're going to have trainings and courses on AI. We're going to have special guests, and it's all going to be locked inside of that private community. So you can get started today for just $250 or jump on in. We're going to finally leave us out today with looking at these people. Anybody over Marie, we're going to see. Yes, we've got one more additional here. So we're going to look at when this started here today, and we're going to give a thanks to everybody since the live stream. You joined us on the live stream: Michael Mayhew, Victoria Griggs, Stephen Huang, 250. Stephen paid in full. Kai Yang in full. Jeremy Fishnick paid in full. Nilesh Goswami took the 4-part payment plan. Marie Highland, thank you very much for the backer support at full price. And Marquetta Postpistle, it looks like. Postpistle, yes, it looks like how it is. So Marquetta, thank you very much. And to all of you that entertain the fact to join us here at Groove.ai, we appreciate it. This little commercial If you're on the fence and you want to know whether or not Groove.ai is for you, make sure to listen for the next 10 minutes. We won't be back after this commercial. We're going to lead you out with the commercial, no song at the end. We're just going to shut it all off. And that's it. Thank you so much for being part of this launch. The launch has essentially come to an end with all live content, and we have another 9 hours or less in the day. The countdown time will say 8 hours and 48 minutes to get started before we close the door. So take care, everyone. Thanks to Amanda and Donna behind the glass for helping us out today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, it's Mike Filsame's AI Avatar. Thanks for tuning in to our Groove-A-Thon. We hope you're enjoying all of the great AI content we're serving up for you. But before we get back to the show, we've got a quick message about the Groove.ai Backer project. So let me ask you this. Are you sick and tired of spending countless hours creating content for your website, social media, and email marketing campaigns? Do you struggle with writer's block and finding the right words to express your ideas, or blank page syndrome? Then you're going to love AI. It's the revolutionary tech that is in AI-powered content creation platforms that solve these problems and more. In fact, we used it for almost every content we used in this campaign, including the script for this video. But did you catch that problem? I said platforms. It's like this. Sadly, AI is becoming like streaming platforms. Remember when cutting the cord with cable companies was all the rage? Well, now there's a dozen streaming platforms, and the cost can add up quickly. The same is happening with AI. There are a lot of great platforms out there, but the cost can be as high as $4,000 a month or more to do what we've been doing in this promotion. And trust me, we will make 100 times the ROI. But why pay $4,000 a month when you could pay one time for AI and own it for life? Imagine this. What if you could have a lifetime deal on all of your streaming platforms for the price of just 1 month? Are you starting to see it? That's right. That's why we created Groove.ai. It's a backer project backed by people like you that later this year will provide you with the best AI solutions at a fraction of the cost. The question is not, will you be using AI? With Groove.ai, you can create unlimited high-quality, engaging content in minutes, not hours. Whether you need headlines or great bullets, or website copy or funnel copy, landing page copy or webinar registration copy, or those email subject lines that get 3 times the open rates that you're getting right now. Or how about quality emails that get 2 times the click-through rates because they're not the same boring old emails? When it's easier, you're more productive. When it's better quality, you make more money. It's just like how we used AI in this campaign you're part of right now. We used it for our landing page, webinar registration page, copy on a replay page, and when we put AI-generated copy underneath the webinar replay video, it doubled our conversions. In fact, we used AI to get you onto this live stream. AI was used to create the script for this video that you're watching right now. And AI was used at our checkout page to get more than 1,500 people to back this project. People just like you. And when this campaign is over, in just a few days, that number will top over 3,000 backers. But the content won't stop there. You'll be able to use it for blog posts, social media captions, product descriptions, email newsletters, reports, books, articles, you name it. Groove.ai will have you covered. Plus, it'll have advanced features like keyword tools and SEO tools. So what does this mean for you? It means you can finally focus on growing your business and serving your customers instead of being stuck at your desk, struggling to come up with the perfect words. AI is like a calculator for words. It's literally like having the assistance of an all-knowing being to help you with anything that you need. With Groove.ai, you'll have more time, more creativity, and more peace of mind. But here's the thing. We need your help to take this product to the next level. And by backing our project, you'll not only get early access to Groove.ai, but you'll also get lifetime access to the platform for a one-time price instead of paying annually or monthly. Sidebar, Your Honor, here's a fun fact. We did the same thing, a backer project for Groove.cm. When we did that project, we started with a lifetime offer of just $1,397. And that's $500 more than you're going to be paying here today. But we didn't stop there. We kept telling people we were going to raise the price, and we did, to $1,497, then $1,997, then $2,497, and today it costs $3,997 to get lifetime access to the Groove.cm account. And people pay for it every day because people like lifetime deals. they're great. But we warned everyone with Groove.cm that the price was going to be going up. But some people love the punishment of paying more. But not you. You realize that this is the lowest price we will ever offer, and since it's a lifetime deal, you're strongly considering doing what over 500 people have already done. So why not join them? Want to know a little bit more about Groove.ai? Sure. Let's take a closer look at some of the key features of Groove.ai. Our platform uses AI to create engaging, high-converting copy in seconds. No more writer's block or endless hours copywriting. Let Groove.ai do all the heavy lifting for you. But that's just the beginning. With Groove.ai, you'll be able to create content at the speed of thought. When the software is released very soon, here are just some of the things you can do 10 times faster. Groove.ai features a chatbot assistant that integrates with ChatGPT. So it's not just a boring blog wizard, you're going to be able to craft it the way that you want. Let's not forget about our Chrome extension we're going to have. You can extend Groove.ai anywhere that you can type. Simply use the magic prompt and enter your wish. When you hit enter, Groove.ai will start typing whatever you requested wherever you requested it. This can be used to write copy anywhere for subject lines, inside your marketing email builder, in Gmail, or to write a blog with Grooveblog or WordPress, product descriptions in Shopify or GrooveCart, website and funnel copy, bullets, and so much more. It's literally Groove.ai content on the go. We will have a meeting and content summary. Just upload any audio or video and easily transcribe meetings or videos from multiple sources, including video conferencing apps like Zoom or any audio file you have. You can review a 1-hour meeting in just 5 minutes. With just one click, you can get access to your meeting's action items, tasks, questions, and other key metrics. You can get summaries and TLDRs at your fingertips. And weeks, months, or years later, you can search any text for any keyword from any meeting in your company with ease. But our most coveted feature is this. You'll be able to build landing pages and funnels in minutes with Groove.ai's magic website and funnel builder. You simply tell Groove about your business and it will build all of the pages, all of the copy, all of the images, title tags, and optimize it for SEO. And you can even export those pages to Groove pages. So say goodbye to the need for web development, design experience, or even a copywriter. When you're done, export them to Groove pages and Groove.cm to edit, publish, and save. And check this out for your company support. You're going to be able to train Groove.ai with your support articles from your current help desk, and then you can add a support AI widget to your site to do better support than even your best support agents. Yes, the future is here. You'll be able to quickly and easily generate high-quality images and graphics for your campaigns without the need of a professional designer, saving you time and money. Better images increase conversion rates. So here's what makes Groove.ai different. First, it consolidates all those other good but expensive AI companies into one, saving you money. Second is that you can use your own free API key that you get from OpenAI and Google. Unlike companies like Jasper.ai and Copy.ai, Groove.ai is not locked into only one AI company like OpenAI. Although OpenAI is the talk of the town right now with DALL-E for images, Whisper for voice to text and text to voice, ChatGPT, but recently Google just announced their API and the AI wars are on. But we use them all, and this is going to allow us to be more expansive and flexible than the competition while offering a no compromise solution, all at wholesale rates. You heard that right. With Groove.ai, we don't charge you for AI. Instead, you connect your free API with companies like Google, OpenAI, Stability.ai, and more. This means you don't pay monthly for AI you're not using. And since you're paying directly to the source and not us, you're saving 3 times to 6 times the retail markup compared to companies like Jasper.ai. The other guys charge you for monthly tokens even if you don't use them, and they don't offer rollover credits. Groove.ai can save you thousands per year compared to the other leading AI companies. And finally, what makes us different is Groove.ai is a marketplace. Yes, we're making a marketplace for other AI developers to create cool apps. Don't find the task or workflow for your needs? There's a marketplace where others are extending our platform with powerful AI tools. You've seen how marketplaces extend the value of technology with things like the Apple iPhone, Android, WordPress, Google Chrome, and Shopify. Groove.ai will allow AI developers to market their apps in our marketplace. The bottom line, that's better for you. But before we wrap up, we want to make a special offer to you. We need your help. As a thank you for supporting us and backing our project, we're offering a special lifetime deal for Groove.ai. That means you can get access to our groundbreaking AI platform later this year for a one-time payment of just $897 or just 2 payments of $497 instead of paying the regular price of $99 a month or $997 annually. Oh, and here's something special for all customers who back our project before we close. You'll get a massive bonus of 3.75 million words of free AI content. That's equivalent of getting 35,000 emails with 1,000 words each. That's right, it's 1,000-word email every day for a century. Don't miss out on this incredible bonus. Act fast and become a backer of Groove.ai today. But don't wait too long. The lifetime deal is only available for a limited time. Once we close this backer project, the lifetime deal will be gone forever. After that, it will cost $99 a month or $9.97 a year. So if you want to take advantage of this incredible opportunity and save big on your AI needs, become a backer of Groove.ai today before it's too late. Don't wait. Join the community of over 1,500 people that have already backed this project and be the first to experience the power of AI when it's released later this year. Go to Groove.ai/backer right now. Groove.ai/backer. So now let's get back to the AI Week Groove-A-Thon with the real Mike Filsaime.
Now get ready for the power of